Anyone else like to share? How about you in the back with the glasses, sir?
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
You know, you folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
Hey, Bobby.
These folks don't need to stop doing what they're doing. They just need to get better at it. Who's dealing?
Please.
Who's that?
Let's roll. The Twisted Tuesday has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people of Boston, and everybody else in between, from Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota. We are officially at the half, and we've timed this pretty well, actually. They've just gone to the half right now, and it is 53-46. You know, we probably all shouldn't have motherfucking complained about how astonishingly boring the NBA playoffs are, because suddenly the Houston Rockets came back and outscored the Golden State Warriors. The game was so boring, the Warriors got fucking bored. They got outscored 34-18 in the second quarter of play. The Houston Rockets are now up 53-46. Second half, a number in this basketball game. The Golden State Warriors are now minus 8.5 favorites in the second half, with the total being 112. So we only got up to 99 points when it was all said and done. It was extremely slow start for the Houston Rockets, and then the Golden State Warriors couldn't score after the fact. The NBA playoffs, what's the word I'm looking for here? What are the words I'm looking for? The NBA playoffs have fucking sucked. They're terrible games. They're either blowouts, and it's whatever, man. This game might end up being close and shit. And they'll say, "Ooh, look at the Golden State came back. We finally had a close game and shit." The game sucks, man. This fucking game sucks. I'd rather watch fucking reruns of Matlock at this point in fucking time. The Golden State Warriors, you guys better not fucking lose. We just put a significant chunk down on the fucking on the future with the remnants of Team Conflict Diamond. It's going to really piss me off. You guys win this fucking game tonight, Houston, then the number's going to go down, and it's just going to make it even fucking worse. But at least we didn't put it all on tonight's game. Even though I got 1 million baseball parlays tied into this motherfucking game. I do think the Golden State Warriors are going to come back. I think the Golden State Warriors are going to come back and win this basketball game. You can get the Golden State Warriors right now, minus 140 on the money line. Or you can lay the 8.5, which means they have to win by 2. The Golden State Warriors aren't losing this basketball game. The Golden State Warriors are as bored as the fans are. This is what happens. The Warriors get up, they get bored. We've seen this script before. Now, James Harden's going off. He does stupid shit, but he's scoring points right now. Chris Paul's hit a couple of shots. Steph Curry's disappeared. Klay Thompson has just hit a couple of shots to actually keep the Warriors in this a little bit, to be honest with you. Pretty much right on cue after I ripped them on Twitter. But I do think Golden State are going to come back here. Listen, Houston played well in that second quarter. They're not going to be able to sustain this for the next 2 quarters of play. All it's going to take is one little sequence in which Curry hits a 3. They get to stop. Curry hits another 3. They got to stop. Fucking Durant fucking dunks it. Boom, 8-0 run. Crowd goes crazy. Houston falls apart. I actually think there's pretty good value right now in jumping in on the Golden State Warriors. Steve Kerr, you can tell Steve Kerr was pretty irritated by the way things went there in the second quarter. I expect the Warriors to step it up here in the second half. As far as the total is concerned, I think it should get there. I mean, the in-game total right now is 210.5. The 225 is dead. That's another thing, with the NBA playoffs. It's there's never 2 teams that play well. Like, you can't just have, like, that's the thing with this game even. You can't, like, the first quarter, the Houston Rockets, fucking James Harden's wide open. He doesn't fucking shoot. He's thinking about fat fucking asses on Instagram. And then in the second quarter, the Golden State Warriors just get bored, fucking don't do anything. You know, either every game sucks, the quarters suck. There's just, can you, for the love of God, can you give us 48 minutes of fucking consistent basketball? Anybody. Anybody. It's just, it's boring, fuck. Like I said last night, you know, we focus a lot on the NFL. The people talk about the NFL, and the NFL did some stupid shit today with this kickoff stuff. You know, nobody even understands what the fuck you guys are talking about anymore, all right? Just fucking eliminate the fucking kickoffs, because I don't even know. And same shit in college now. What's the new college rule now and shit? You can call a fair catch on a kickoff now, I think. Inside the 25. I don't know, man. There's all kinds of weird fucking kickoff rules and shit now in college football. I think you can just take a knee now. Like, you know, you can take a knee in the end zone. I think coming up in this year's college football season, you can just take a knee as long as it's within the 25 and you get the ball at the 25. I'm staying far away from the fucking LA Dodgers right now. I got to tell you that much. I'm not buying in. I'm not touching that. All right, here it is. Here's the official wording. All right, the NCAA has flirted, college football has flirted with eliminating the kickoff beginning this year. When a player fair catches a football inside the 25-yard line, the result will be a touchback. The ball will be spotted at the 25. So, like I said, that's going to be fucked up. How many times are players going to get smoked and shit like that? The coach is going to freak out. You fucking idiot, you stupid kid. I fucking told you. You can't fucking hit the guy inside the 25 fucking yard line. Nick Saban's going to have a heart attack and shit. I fucking told you. You can't touch him, fuck. Yeah, that's the new deal. I'm saying you can't drill somebody now, Drew. I'm saying on a fucking kickoff, if Buddy is behind the 25-yard line and he puts his fucking hand up and says, I'm fair catching this fucking kick, you can't drill him. Except it's going to be fucking awkward because kickers are going to pooch it up high hoping for a fumble now. That's what it's going to turn into. It's going to turn into a CFL shit now. There's going to, you know, I guarantee this is what's going to happen. It's going to turn into a CFL rule now where it'll be like in a CFL, they have the thing you can't fucking come within 5 yards of a dude just catching a punt. Otherwise, it's a penalty. So now every special teams coach is going to say, listen, let's fucking pooch the ball into the air right to like the 23-yard line or so. Everybody fucking cram, run down the field, get to the 25, and if the motherfucking fucker fumbles the ball, jump on it. That's going to be the new deal. It's not going to be get down the field and hit the guy. You can't hit the guy. I'm saying even with the fair catch shit, someone's going to get hit, Drew. You can't just suddenly tell kids you can't hit people out at the 25-yard line. You know, it's just going to be weird. Like, you're going to see players in college fucking up and not calling a fair catch. Kids are going to be running. And that's the whole thing. You're not really avoiding anything. I actually saw Nick Saban was talking about this, and Nick Saban's actually for this, believe it or not. Nick Saban's for this, and Saban was basically said the same thing, you know, what I'm saying, that now the fumble comes into play. He said before you would want to fucking drill a guy running up the field. You know, you'd want to fucking, you know, basically look before, guys. You fucking kick the ball off. You want the dude to catch it around the 1 or 2 yard line, and you want to go down there and fucking kill the kid and smoke him and, you know, cause a fumble and pin him inside the 15, 20 yard line. You can't do that now. You know, they moved it so fucking far up. Most kids just kick it through the end zone anyways, guys. But it's actually going to become more, I guess it'll be more entertaining because, to be honest, most kicks go through the end zone now anyways. There's always fucking touchbacks anyways. So now it'll be more entertaining in a sense because now these teams are going to do what I just said. They're going to fucking pooch the ball to the 25 yard line because why not? It's a touchback anyways. And they're just going to hope that the kid fumbles the ball and they'll be able to fall on it, you know? Oh, exactly, Corrente. I'm saying it's going to be ingrained. It's sort of like when it changes, you know what I mean, in any sport. It's just going to be hard for kids that suddenly they're going to be like, ah, fuck, I just nailed a dude. It's going to, you know, like you said, what up, Pittsburgh? It's going to lead to a shit show at the end of games. It's true. With kickoffs. It's like everything's going to be like an onside kick now. And watch, guys will get fucking hurt then. Guys are going to get hurt because everything's going to be like an onside kick. There's going to be big free-for-alls for fucking footballs and shit like that. It's going to turn into the XFL. And why wouldn't you do that? Why would you kick it off and just tell the team to put it at 25? If I was a coach, every time I tell the kicker, just fucking drop it inside the 20 yard line and hopefully they fucking kick it a weird knuckleball in the air. It's going to add a whole new element to special teams. Now, the NFL today also changed their kickoff rule. Now, the NFL wants to fucking get rid of the kickoff too. And they even said, there's a quote here. There's a quote that says, these new kickoff rules are on a short leash. Oh, here's Packers president Mark Murphy, who's on the competition committee, etc.
No need to overthink it.
The rule committee. He says that even these changes are on a short leash. If these don't work, they're just going to kill the fucking kickoff. The kickoff's going to be done in a year or two. So there's new shit. You can't have a running start on a kickoff now. You used to be able to head start 5 yards. So the ball, you could line up 5 yards behind the ball and run. You can't have a head start anymore. You got to line up at the 34 yard line, not the 30 yard line. You're not allowed to wedge block anymore. Here's another one, too. The ball's no longer live. And there's a video here, actually, the Bills. I was at this fucking game. The fucking Jets kicked off, and the fucking Bills didn't recover it, and the fucking Jets recovered it in the end zone. So now that won't happen. So if the ball just rolls into the end zone, you don't have to touch it. It's no longer a live ball. It's automatically a touchback. They're going to, you know, this is what they're doing, man. They're going to go to no kickoffs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're going to go to no kickoffs. Welcome to the new world. Be flag football soon. The Golden State Warriors better come back and win this game. I'm going to fucking have a heart attack. I'm on the Golden State Ward up, Cody. I'm on the Golden State Warriors. Blind Brad, what up, Blind Brad? I gotta tell you what. Mike Ditka said years ago, you want to make the NFL safer, fucking take off the fucking face mask of the helmets. So basically like old school. They still have protection on their heads and shit. You know, sort of like the rugby guys, or like, you know what I mean? Like the softer sort of, you know, protection for the head. And Ditka said, take away the face masks, take away the modern helmets, give them just some different type of protection. And he said, trust me, no one's going to be leading with their head and doing stupid shit without those big helmets on. Those helmets are fucking weapons. Look, we all played football in the park growing up as kids. I used to play in the fucking snow and ice, man. Me and my buddies used to kill each other, fuck. We wouldn't get injured because we weren't putting our heads down and shit. You know, it would be the old jump on the back and fucking, you know, the old fucking torpedo tackle and, you know, old school tackling. You notice all these players, no one tackles anymore. They all fucking launch themselves. It's fucking bizarre. And it's more dangerous than tackling. That's what I don't understand. It's like, why don't you just tackle the guy? You'd be better off just wrapping a guy up than fucking throwing your head in there, dude. Like, you know, like look at tackling now. That's what they do. All the cornerbacks and shit. You'll see them. None of them like try to even tackle. They'll put their hand out, sort of. It's like they're like NBA players. They don't want contact. They'll put their hand out. It's weird. They don't want to man up and get run over by a Leonard Fournette, which I understand, but you're a football player, so you should be able to man up and do it. And then secondly, so instead of manning up and trying to tackle a running back, you'd rather like risk getting paralyzed and fucking throw yourself face first, neck first down at the dude. Now let me just launch at the fucking dude here. Like look at the AFL. Look at Mick Ossie's fucking league there. Look at the AFL. Those guys don't wear any fucking equipment or anything. They're fucking killing each other. They don't have as many injuries as the NFL does with like concussions and all that. We had a guy on from Real Sports today. It was good stuff. All right, second half has started. We're on the Golden State Warriors, and they better come back, or otherwise I'm going to be in as disappointed mood as Jeff Feinberg is right now. But we're going to talk golf right now with Jeff. We're going to talk. We appreciate you joining us, Jeff.
Anyone other than you, Gabe, I swear to God, the concoction that I am going to be building tonight, I'll just let you in. It's going to have obviously excess green. It's going to probably have half an Oxy, some Crown, and some NyQuil. And I'll be that's what's being not quite going to Heath Ledger this bitch, but I'm going at it.
All right, yeah, we won't get too negative. We're not going to dwell on it, but
yeah, no, it's just
when
my only.
Did you see the tweet when I sent it out? Like, oh fuck, poor Jeff, or did you see it right before that?
I was in such a great mood, Gabe. The Nationals just like had a walk-off. I got them on so many parlays with the Astros and the Red Sox. All my golf guys were bounced up. So I've been living on the computer tonight, streaming baseball games. And I saw it right away, maybe 45 seconds after. And it's just, I don't know. I haven't fully absorbed it. All I know now, and I'll do it as quick as I can because I don't want to dwell on it, is we can't like afford anything else. You always expect something bad, but it's May and we took a bad hit. So God forbid something else bad happens in training camp. It makes my dependent to me. And in our previous conversations, it kind of made it like Mike Williams could come in and maybe be like maybe he's good, maybe he's not. If he's really good, we could be like super special. Now he has to sort of play that role. I know he's not a tight end, but he lines up inside, and so he now has to be important. When I was hoping he could be like, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Now he has to fucking be the 7th overall pick. And final thoughts is it's May. Thank God it's not late August. It's May. We got to figure it out. It's easy to connect the Antonio dot angle, the Gates. I don't know, man. We need a pass-catching tight end. That's what we need now. That's what we need. So I don't know. I don't know. This was big. This was big. This was, to me, he was going to be in that group of guys that are behind Gronk. Gronk's sort of like alone. But to me, after this year, when the stats were done this year, he was going to be there with your Kelseys and your Ertz and whoever's going after Gronk in your fan. Like, to me, he was in that group. So it's big. It's big.
It's tough. It's tough. There's no doubt. But as you stated to me, I thought the same thing actually, and I thought the same thing. And I'm looking at for the list of free agents here actually. Let's see. We're going down the list. Mercedes Lewis, Julius Thomas.
No.
Kobe Fleener.
Maybe. No, I don't know. Just maybe. I don't know.
Brent Selleck. Nah.
Here's the thing, like people.
You know what? Out of all these guys, Jeff. Well, obviously Antonio Gates. Yes, Antonio Gates is 38 years old, but you know, Kobe Fleener's an athletic dude. You know, he's not great. It is what it is, but. You know, out of all these guys, you know, he's played with fucking Drew Brees. He's played with.
Yeah, no, it's the athletic thing. We need a guy. Yeah, we need.
He's pretty athletic, you know.
Yeah, no, that's why I agree. I don't want to. Yeah. Oh.
I know. It's like I thought.
Do you want to know
I thought the same thing, though, Jeff. I was like, this fucking sucks for them. But I was like, whatever, they can get through it. And then I'm even thinking from a betting perspective. I was like, well, it doesn't sabotage them. But
you wanna
then I was like, well, what happens when fucking Melvin Gordon gets hurt? Or what happens when fucking Allen gets hurt like he does every fucking year? Or what happens when Mike Williams and, oh, my back isn't fucking ready. Or, oh, I'm not fucking, you know, and it's always something. And I tweeted it out. And I'm not saying it disparagingly. I say this, you know, as a compadre, as a Bills fan, but you and I have talked about it. The Chargers are like the Bills and the fucking Lions. You guys are fucking cursed. You're cursed.
Always.
Just are.
We would be spoken about with the Bills, the Lions, the Browns if it wasn't just for their nice weather team and they're sort of just like, no one cares enough to even put them in the Bills and Lions and Browns like context. Yeah, we gotta move on. That's it.
I know we've always said it too. It was always just because of the sun, right? And the hot cheerleaders and the powder blue jerseys. Life just seemed better for them. So you were never like, well, you know, but it's true. Like I've been to Charger games out there too. It is just fucking bleak.
Yeah, no, and people love the team, but like no one's out there tailgating on Saturday, like before the gate, like they are in those other places. Just doesn't work like that. Yeah, really. Fuck. I don't know, Gabe. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's a tough break, dude. It's a tough break. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't want because I could turn this into like an hour of like I don't want to do that. It's still really fresh.
It just sucks that you're sort of.
I was getting really excited
one
too.
Of the buzz teams, you know what I mean? Like it really was one of these deals where it's like, man, if everything falls into place for the LA Chargers, you know, they can win.
You're like, hold on, if they can make their field goals, they might be like really good. Yeah, no, I get it. They were a buzz team. I know, like they've kind of been a buzz team the last few years because whatever. But yeah, no, that's keep
like
on.
I tweeted, and so it begins. That's all it comes down to. And so it.
Yeah. Yep. That's
Jeff, you're just the one of many NFL fans are going to be feeling some sort of weird pain over the next couple.
Yeah, listen, someone's going to go down, like knock on wood, like someone's going to tear their ACL week 1. It's going to sting. It's going to suck. Like, you know, it happens. Guys get hurt. Even then, look at the Eagles. They won the Super Bowl without Foles. I'm not saying the Chargers going there, but like, I don't know. You got to pick it up. You got to just figure it out. You got to figure it out. I don't know. It sucks. Because I really, like, Gabe, you know, like, I love the team, but he was a guy I kind of put on a pedestal. Like, no, this is the guy. Like, I sort of made him my guy. And, you know, whatever. Okay, lots of good golf this week. Lots of good golf.
I know, that's the thing. I feel bad for you. It's always some, you know, there's worse problems in life, right? It's like sort of first world problems.
Yeah, I don't even want to, like,
but you're right, though. You're in a good mood. You're winning your baseball bats. You're like, I even tweeted you earlier. I'm like, let's talk some golf tonight. I was like, big, you know, if you're a golf fan, it's pretty cool. You got the PGA champion, European PGA championship. You got the Fort Worth tournament with a pretty good field. Hell, me and Cam even talked about the fucking KitchenAid senior tournament today. I was like, oh, a lot of golf this week, man. And that's a major for the seniors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a lot of big time golf this weekend. A lot of shit to talk. I was like, I look forward to talking with Feinberg, and then boom, right before this happens.
And like I said, Gabe, anyone kind of like just been like, nah, I'm not in the mood. I just started that concoction going. But let's give her. Let's talk some golf. There'll be way too many weeks to talk football.
All right, so let's start off here with the PGA BFW. Rory, once again, here it is, favorite. We talk about these favorites all the time. I want no piece of this guy. And I see that he won here before, but that was a while ago. And he's got quite a few fucking MCs here. The old MC Hammer missed cuts even over here at Wentworth. I want no part of Rory. We'll just start off with Rory. I'll put that out there.
Yeah, I'm not really looking to bet Rory either, Gabe. I'll say this. This is one of my favorite courses that anyone plays professionally. It's a beautiful tree-lined, old-school golf course at Wentworth, England. It's a true test of accuracy and ball striking. And yes, when Rory is hot fire with the driver and he's got a very short club into these greens, he can be effective. But I'm just not willing. I'm not willing to start there. I've sort of started my card quite in that middle range. I got a few guys here this week.
We crushed it last week. Actually, caught lightning in a bottle. So, what do you make? You talk about the mid tier guys. Me and Cam were talking about Tommy Fleetwood today. We were talking about Ty Hatton as well. Fleetwood's just always right there at 14-1. Ian Poulter's 28-1. Who are some of the guys that catch your eye? What about the Frenchman here, Alexander Levy?
Yeah, I'll say this. I don't know about you, just quickly. I feel like this field is actually weaker than it normally is. Usually I feel like guys like Stenson are here and Rose are here and
right.
Sergio are here. It is a very strong European field, but I took my first look at this field. I was like, whoa, I don't know. It doesn't feel as strong as maybe it should be. I always do love Fleetwood. His game suits this place perfectly. Last year, Alex Noren barnstormed this place on Sunday for a victory. I'm into Brandon Grace. If I had to pick from this exact price range, he played fantastic last week in Dallas. Hopefully Dallas to England. It's a long trip, but I think he's ready for it. And in that, Levy, I don't know, he's been playing well. I'm not picking him. I do think Hatton being back on surfaces he's comfortable with will really help him. Matthew Fitzpatrick as well. He's been slumping. I'm surprised at this number. The books might know something. I'm always a sucker for him. Rafa Cabrera-Bello, Paul Dunn are guys that sort of really pop for me here.
All right, well, I'll throw some names at you. The guys in the chat are asking. Massler asked about three guys: Harris English.
Oh yeah.
Henley and DeChambeau.
All right, that's going over to Fort Worth, which I'm happy to talk about, Gabe. And I'll tell you what, someone should be fired over at the PGA Tour that they have a field like this and they don't have a sponsor. You remember you and Gabe used to make those Dean and DeLuca jokes? I mean, this tournament's been through so many sponsors. The field's been weak over the years, but you look at the names showing up here and to see that there's no title sponsor on this event, it's really...
That's why it's called the Fort Worth Invitational.
Yeah, there's no company's name in front of it. It's in Dallas. It's in the Fort Worth area, and that's what they got. It's really upsetting. I make jokes. You see RBC hosts two shit events. I mean, I go to the one here in Canada, but neither of those fields.
Like I said, even the PGA, fucking the senior one got KitchenAid.
Yeah, and I get their long-standing agreements, and there's a big scheduling change coming out, but I don't understand. Even like JJ Watt's like charity or something, like get in front of this thing, or I don't know. I'm shocked. Really disappointed. As for those names, Bryson DeChambeau continues to be amazing, and I'll continue to bet him because it seems like it's like those fissures in in Hawaii. Like, this guy is it's all clicking for him. It's only a matter of weeks now. It seems, well, that calculator finally can spew out a win. Harris English, Mayo always makes fun of me. I bring him up a lot. He sucks a lot. This place might actually work for him. He came second here a couple of years ago, his best finish in a while. He's been really shit. And, but if you believe in horses for courses, maybe English. And staring at Russell Henley, Gabe, my eyes just get drawn to the name right behind him in Danny Lee in that 80-90 to 1 price range. Danny Lee is a local here. This is his home in America. He shot in the 60s, I believe 9 of his last 10 rounds around Colonial. He's starting to heat up. He is a foreign player. He played really well last week, and he just announced that his wife or girlfriend's pregnant. So he's got a bit of embryo swag there. Henley could win here. I'll say this, Gabe. It's a short course. I like Lee more than I like Henley, but the guys that have won here in recent years, it's a Zach Johnson, it's a Jordan Spieth, a Steve Stricker have won here. I mean, there's a real pattern there. It's not just guys who putt well. It's guys who literally their best trait that they're known for, that they'll go into, the Hall of Fame under, is putting. You don't really seem to have the guy that, just to pick on a guy, quickly. I'm not picking on him. He's playing well. He's a lot richer than we are after a couple weeks ago. Webb Simpson, who's like a really good player, and maybe he gets hot with the putter that week and wins. Recently, we're seeing guys win here that Kevin Kisner won here last year. So add to that list guys who really might be their number one powering strength. I know Spieth is 183rd in the world right now in putting. It's so mind-boggling. This one is a real litmus test for Jordan, Gabe. If he does not play well, isn't even an option. If he's not contending and in it, it really. I know there's people who have already been ringing alarm bells, and I can see why. But to me, this is the litmus test week. Holy shit! If he can't make something happen here, the problem to me is very real. His number is higher. He's won here before. He's the Texas guy. So, you can see why the number's there. And I mentioned the type of player that wins here. It seems to be that he's the best version of that player. Just play safe off the tee, hit your greens, roll your putts. It's one of the shorter courses out there.
Jeff Feinberg said, yeah, I'm going to be avoiding that favorite as well. You're talking about putting, so I was looking up and I was like, holy fuck, man. Details, putting stats, said Jeff, over to PGAtour.com.
Yeah.
They got 1 putt, 3 putt, 10-foot putt, 20-foot putt. I'm like, holy shit, fuck. I just want total putting stats.
Well, it's amazing, Gabe, because if Jordan Spieth just was able to hit his putts, when I say his 2 to 5 feet putts, there's no way he's not in contention. All these last few weeks, whether it's, the Masters or the Player.
Everything's fine except for the putter right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. His ball striking is outstanding. And we know the one thing about golf. I mean, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to fix, but in terms of professional contest, it can flip on a dime.
Yeah.
So if that thing just flips for him, he gets confidence, it could be holy fuck. Now, I got to say this because I hyped up, the type of guys that win here. John Rahm in his first run here last year, Gabe, I believe finished second or third. And he really would be my favorite to pick from this week. I know he's the opposite because he's a big driver. And he has this attitude this year of being hyper aggressive off the tee. It might not be a driver hole. It might not be a driver course, but he's going to whip it out. And as long as he's not, in a native area, he's going to have 70 yards to the green. And he works his way around here perfectly. Enough of those, he'll stick right by the pin for gimmies. He'll hit enough of his medium-sized putts. And as long as he doesn't make big numbers, I don't see how he doesn't do it again at this place. I really do mean it. Yes, he's kind of the opposite of what works here, but he's saying, fuck that. I'm just fucking going for it. And if I'm in trouble 60 yards from the hole. I'll get it on the green. I'll get out of it.
I want to ask you about Jimmy Walker, Dynamite. Jimmy Walker, he's been playing good golf right now. Top 6 in 3 of his last 4 tournaments that he's played in. I'm looking at the putting numbers here. He's ranked 71st on tour in total putting average. You're right about Jordan Spieth, fucking 200th.
Is that incredible, or it's?
I almost thought it was a typo. I'm like, am I reading this stat wrong? But no, he's ranked 200th on tour in putting.
It is mind-boggling that is where we are there. Walker's been playing great. I think he's an ideal DraftKings candidate when it comes to picking those outright winners, Gabe. I don't know. I just can't trust him at the moment. I just can't. At the same number, I feel more confident in, say, Brooks Koepka, who will probably take the same approach as John Rahm, who had a fantastic Players' Championship. Other than one huge number at 17, he was outstanding for 71 of 72 holes, in my opinion, Gabe. And he's a form player. When Brooks is in form, he's a guy I like to just sort of continue to piggyback. Also, I don't know if Ricky Fowler looks at odds, but should be a wake-up call for him when he's priced the same as Webb Simpson. Time to get it fucking going, Ricky. This could be the place too, but
is he ever going to get it going?
Yeah. I mean, his game is so all around sound that for the most part, you think there are the bombers layouts work for him, the plotting layouts can work for him, this can work for him. I'm a believer in Ricky, Gabe, and the U.S. Open is just a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
So as I pointed out with Pat this week, when we recorded on Monday, Ricky was 20-1. I see still around 20. He's 18-1. His number at the U.S. Open is 16-1. Essentially, you can get him at the same or bigger number to win this week, which is a strong field, but it's not the U.S. Open. So sometimes I like to use that for context to try to think, maybe he's not such a bad bet. People are kind of sleeping on Ricky at the moment.
That's why I was talking about Tommy Fleetwood actually in the BMW, because of the shortened field as well.
Yeah.
The competition. So I find that the American field here is a little deeper. It's top heavy in the European one, but it's pretty strong field here even.
You're just staring at the odds board, and that you got struck with that. And I think Pat looked it up during our show. Outside of say, a major or a World Golf Championship, Gabe, or some of those premier stops like we'll see next week at Memorial or Bay Hill, this is one of the most elite fields we have seen all season. Which kind of makes my point.
Now with legalized betting, the sponsor is going to be it's going to be the Pinnacle Open.
Yeah, no, I don't think DraftKings doesn't want to get on somebody's shirt, somebody's hat. If you want to give them a tournament,
did you see? I tweeted it out today too.
Yeah,
DraftKings is already in the process. They're applying. They're going to do it. DraftKings is going to start taking bets as a sports book now too.
I believe it, and they see in some of the stuff we've seen that I guess they have an advantage because of their database and they have so many users. And Jeff, the
sportsbook Paddy Power in Ireland, they just bought FanDuel.
Yeah, so that's huge.
Paddy Power didn't do this so they could fucking do Millionaire Maker tournaments. Nope. They do this so they can get access to 10 million fucking emails and people that they know will bet on football.
Yeah, and guess what? You already have money in your account now. Here we go.
Right. So now, when you're inbox, hey, if their promo and their sign-up bonus is enticing enough, you're going to join them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you just won money playing DraftKings, you'll blow it there.
If DraftKings and these cocksuckers think that they're going to gouge you like they do for fantasy with 16% holds and this and that, then that's a rude awakening.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Gabe. I didn't think about that aspect of it, but like we joked last week, it is such a huge story, but in some ways it's foreign to a guy like me who's really never had making a wager.
Exactly. What about Adam Scott here? The move back to the long putter. You know,
Not for
20 to
me.
1 seems like pretty juicy odds. You know, two guys that's in the same price range here. Adam Scott and Zach Johnson, 28 to 1 and 33 to 1. Two guys that, to me, I don't know if they win, but it seems to me that they could be T10 type of thing.
Yeah, I would trust Zach more than I trust Adam. I just maybe that's the putter speaking there. I know a few people that are on Zach this week. If Adam pops, good for him. I'm kind of done. I don't know. No, I shouldn't say that because I'll never. I hate when people say like I never bet a guy. I'm not about that. You give me a number, you show me form. I'll always play a guy. I'm silly enough though. You mentioned two major champions there, Gabe, and I'm just the loser that's beholden to Bryson. You know, but you're not wrong. I mean, you mentioned two guys just a bit shorter, and I'm like stuck on a guy like Bryson, and I'll even throw my loser flag in the ground even harder, Gabe, and pound the table for Emiliano Grillo, who's just been doing everything spectacularly. He's even putting better than you would think, and you know, he is so overdue for a win. And also in that range, Xander Schauffele, he's the real deal. Real deal.
Look, I'm bouncing around here. It's confusing with all these tournaments, but Cam likes Alfred Barnrat this week.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that absolutely.
I'm throwing out there Cabrera Bello in this one too at 40 to 1.
Yeah, I mentioned both of
those guys. Pretty nice numbers. I'm honest. I'm gonna look up right now. You can talk about these two dudes. We'll sort of bounce around, but I'm gonna look up right now. Top 10, top 20 numbers. Should be nice. I mean, Alfred Barnrat's 45. Alfred Barnrat can play with these guys, Jeff.
Yeah, no, I truly believe that. I've actually got bets on both of those guys. I've bet Fitzpatrick. I've bet Hatton. I've bet Bayo. I've bet Appy Barnrat. Yeah, so those are the bets I actually have right now over in Europe. I could get talked into Paul Dunn, even though it's a shorter number than you might ever want to pay for him. I like them both. There's no doubt Appy Barnrat can hang. He's proven as much as anybody in this field outside of the first four guys out there on the leaderboard, on the top board, five guys, I'd say, in the last year, in my opinion.
Plus 200, man. Plus 200 for top 20.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I believe he can win the
top
sector.
10. Top 10, Appy Barnrat here is plus 400. Cabrera Bello, top 10, is plus 333. And, you know, I see you guys in the chat crying like little fucking girls about Golden State losing and fucking, oh, Houston this. It's 78 fucking 70 right now, man. Everyone settle down, fuck.
Yeah, they'll beat them by 20, right?
I hope.
I don't know. That was pretty. What's funny is the same people that were, you know, calling Houston sissy losers at the end of the first quarter were calling Golden State sissy losers at halftime, right?
It's the modern.
I know the NBA too. Out of those roller coasters,
Yeah,
the one thing, yeah, I don't know.
Modern sports fan, you know.
Do you think any T1 in the East could win a game off them?
Yeah, Golden State usually coughs up. Look, even against the Pelicans, who did Golden State play in the first round? Fuck, I don't even fucking remember.
Oh yeah, they lost a game or two. I don't remember either.
That's how exciting these NBA playoffs have been, huh?
No, well, it wasn't the Pelicans because the Pelicans beat Portland.
Yeah, that was the second round. Who did Golden State play in the first round? Was it fucking someone in the chat will remember?
Clippers?
No, Clippers didn't make the playoffs.
I'm not. I don't sell myself.
Like here too. I'm burned. I'm tired. But who did they play in the fucking first round, guys? They were the second seed. So who was the fucking seventh fucking seed? Oh, the San Antonio Spurs. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was very forgettable.
Again,
Yeah.
fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. A depleted Spurs team. Yeah, that was a sweep.
I don't know, Gabe. The thing is, I seen you've been going at how unentertaining the playoffs have been, which have been true. Last year, at least, I mean, the finals was only 5 games, but I found it to be an incredibly entertaining finals, even though it was short. This year doesn't even feel like we'll get entertainment out of the short series.
Before we let you go, I wanted to ask you too. Man, this Barstool guy's really taking over the fucking world, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Good.
my favorite basketball team, my New Zealand Breakers. Someone told me, hey, he's a co-owner now. He bought in on that, and he's telling everyone to fuck off. He seems to, you know, he's sort of a combination between Deadspin and fucking Bill Simmons, and you know, he's carved out a little niche for himself.
Yeah, and I have
originally when I saw Barstool, I saw the two dudes in the van or whatever, and it was like sort of like fucking. I thought it was sort of like almost Blundell-ish and sort of fart joke-ish and shit. And I was like, I don't really get the deal with these guys. Like, I don't know Barstool. But, you know, from what I've seen, you know, over the last 6 months or so, you know, the dude is on a roll, man. He gets a lot of fucking hits. They're raking in the motherfucking money, and he seems to do whatever he fucking wants and get away with it.
Yeah, I'll say this. There are things I like what they do. There are things I don't like what they do. I mean, he's a cocky son of a bitch, but how could you not respect, like, I don't know, he obviously built it. He built it from nothing. There are 800 million or, you know, 800,000 kids trying to build fucking sports empires. And I'm not saying he's taking on ESPN, but he's built I'm just so impressed. I like overall what they've done, even like how he takes Goodell on. Like, I give him such props for that shit.
But what's he doing this golf shit? So did he try to enter the U.S. Open, like the Open, because it's open to anyone?
No. He just had a bet with one of, you know, it'd be like you betting like someone who could actually golf in the office and you saying, if you give me unlimited mulligans, I could shoot X. So he had, I guess, because Barstool got big enough, and he played it from the pro tips at Shinnecock, where the U.S. Open was, with unlimited mulligans, and he shot a 66.
Yeah, but unlimited mulligans, that's not a 66 then.
No, it's obviously not a 66, probably like a 300. No, they show him like hitting the same putt for like 20 times until he finally hits it. Okay, that's a par. Instead of like, you know, 3 putt. Like, yeah, no, it's very weird, but he was just saying it was a bet in the office, like a guy who actually golfs. I mean, you couldn't, with unlimited mulligans, like I don't even think you would still break par. Like, you'd give up before you play well. I don't really know the details of the bet. All I know is that they were running amok on Shinnecock, and that was it.
Because I saw after, I was like, no way this motherfucker shot 66. And
no.
But I saw his little video. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this shit, but like you said, he's a cocky motherfucker. I'm not going to hate on him because he's successful. I got to laugh because he was like, he did a pizza review in this video. He's like, people told me to come to this pizza place, how good it was. He was like, I can't believe I wasted my time coming here. Like, most people wouldn't do that video. But he was talking shit. I just shot 66 in Shinnecock. Fuck that. He's going off. I'm like, there's no way he shot 66. So I was wondering what the fucking deal was.
No, but whatever the bet was,
video that people behind him were getting pissed. It's true.
Yeah. Well, I assume if Shinnecock if the U.S. like, he obviously has a hookup with the USGA to let him play. I mean, the U.S. Open's in 3 weeks. They're letting that grass grow. I mean, but it's still from the tips is pretty intense. But I don't even like. Yeah, there's going to be people behind you that's playing unlimited mulligans, and people were mad that I don't know. I acknowledge I was probably just jealous he got to play the golf course. Like, that's about it, right? So
Jeff.
Oh fuck! I'm starting to remember the bad news again.
I was just gonna say I was gonna wrap it up with that.
I was having a good time, Gabe. Thank you for that. I had a fun.
Jeff, why do you think I do show? People ask me, Morency, you're on the air all the time. Like, as soon as I'm like Krusty the Clown. I remember when Krusty stayed with the Simpsons, and Homer says to Krusty, you know, you're really not as funny in real life as you are on TV. And Marge says, I keep telling you, when he's not on television, he's miserable and he's an alcoholic. Like, right? It's one of those deals. Like, whenever I'd like leave his TV studio or something, I'd be all like, oh man, that was a great show. Ratings are great. It would take about 2 minutes and then it just kicks in. Oh, fuck. You know? It's that, you know, long list of reasons. Ah, fuck. After. Fuck me.
Yep.
All right, Jeff. So, get your Kobe Fleener jersey ready.
Yeah, no, I guess it kind of worry. I like Kobe Fleener, but I think like, why would no one have signed him if he's like half decent? So that's a bit of a concern, I guess.
Okay,
I don't know.
So,
All right.
give us the winners on the way out here in closing. The picks, the winners. Not a full 6-pack. There's a lot of golf.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say 2 golfers per tournament here. And I don't know even if you've taken a look at the senior field, but the senior field's a pretty good one this week.
Yeah, seniors, I'll just say Jerry Kelly. I know he's probably favorite or co-favorite. I haven't really looked at it, but I'll lean Jerry Kelly. In the PGA, I'm going to give you 3 picks. I'll pick from the favorites in the middle and a longer shot. Of the elite players in this field, I would take John Rahm. Of the guys in the middle, I would take Bryson DeChambeau. And if I was looking, farther back, I would take Danny Lee. Over in Europe, I kind of just gave the guys I have money right now on Hatton, Barnrat, Rafa, and Fitzpatrick. So, yeah. I know that's more than 2, but that's where my money is.
All right, 2 quick things here too. NFL owners have changed rules to kickoff. We were talking earlier. Now you can call a fair catch in college football starting this year from the 25-yard line and in. So now in the NFL, the new deal is going to be you don't have to
overthink it here.
Holy
it's pretty
fuck!
obvious,
I hate these video pop-ups. New rule in the NFL. There's a bunch of new rules in the NFL. No more wedge blocking. No more running. You can't get a 5-yard head start. If the ball is dead in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. It's no longer a live ball. Blah blah blah. They're going to be wiping this shit out. But you are a big CFL fan.
Oh yeah.
So Johnny Manziel, Sportsbooks, bet online as a prop up. Will he start 7.5 games? I say yes, as long as he doesn't smoke meth and fucking hammer. There's no reason why he's not going to start more than 7.5 games. The fucking season's like 32 weeks long in the CFL. Masoli will get hurt. They didn't sign Johnny Manziel not to fucking play him. But what do you think, Manziel? Do you think he'll be successful? I did a poll question. I asked, will he be a star? Will he be a bust? Or will he just be sort of there and sort of be okay, but not a star, but not a bust?
If he wants to, he'll be a star. The league was built for him. June Jones is his head coach, Gabe. I would play that over. You are right. You didn't sign this guy to have him watch. People didn't check when Hamilton's coming to their city to buy tickets to see Mazzoli. If he wants to be a star, I have no doubts he could be a star. I never liked him for a minute as an NFL prospect, but the CFL was literally made for him.
Yeah, we'll see if he's is he the can he be the Doug Flutie? Can he be a Jeff Garcia? Maybe.
Yeah, Does he want to be? I like it. A lot of guys talk the talk. Vince Young and Tim Tebow. They still wanted to play. They didn't put their money where their mouth was. So I back this. It shows a love of football that I don't think those other guys had. In my opinion.
Say what you will. It's going to be a fun summer. I can't wait. And it starts in a couple of weeks. So, preseason starts.
Canada Day, right? So,
June 14th.
Oh, even soon. Oh, preseason. Yeah.
No, regular season, June 14th.
Oh, fucking right. Oh, they did the schedule. Didn't they move the schedule?
Preseason starts this Friday.
Yeah, they did. They moved the schedule up last year, right? To have the Grey Cup earlier and all that shit.
Yeah, but they did it again this year. They moved it up again, like another week. So opening night is fucking Thursday night, June 14th, and then Friday night the Argos play on the road. And if you want to come down, I'm having a party. I live right near the stadium. I'm going to have a party and a get-together before the Argos home opener, Saturday, June 23rd or 24th, Saturday night.
Yeah. So that's, I guess the weekend after the U.S. Open. That's crazy. I love Airborne Pigskin. I don't care. People can bash the CFL in June is the best. June, July, August, the best.
Look, you got June Jones. You got Johnny Manziel. We got fucking Tressman, and the Argos are suddenly a respectable organization. You got Mike Sherman, head coach of the Montreal Alouettes right now. A lot of interesting storylines.
Yeah, I saw CFL Great Cup lines too. Were being posted at the Will Hill book out in
It's hard to bet. You got to wait too long.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like our boy Spenny Max says, June 14th, you have the U.S. Open, CFL, and the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
The World Cup starts that day. And
Yeah.
Conor McGregor goes to court that day.
I'm not a big soccer guy, but Euro Cup and World Cup, I get it. I love it. I eat it all up. So I can't wait.
Always a pleasure, Jeff.
Later, Gabe. All the best.
Thanks for the time. First time in a couple of weeks we got through this too. Fuck, I forgot the fucking music again. Fuck! Twix! Oh, God. If I was the fucking, like, man, I'm going to fire myself, man. I had a fucking little incident today earlier in the day. I was fucking typing someone fucking during the show. I don't really lose it too much with like operators and fucking so-called producers and shit. But the term producer is not, it's a loose word. It's like, dude, you got one job, fuck. You know, like, this time it's me. I got one job. Just play the fucking music when the fucking guest comes on. Like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, it's time for me to get fired. Fuck. I had a little fucking meltdown today. Trust me. Fucking, we got a G chat. Trust me. Yeah, what's the goddamn line say, Tony? I don't care, Tony. What's the goddamn line say? It doesn't matter to me right now, Tony. Tony, can you do me a kindness? I'm going to be coming in here, and if you're going to be yelling at me, the door's going to be... Doesn't make any difference to me. Don't slam the fucking door, Tony.
The Winnebago Concepts and Engineering Departments have developed a multifunctional bathroom. Privacy, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading. I wonder what the fuck the real dialogue is. What the fuck is this thing? All of the windshield, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. What the fuck did I say? That didn't sound for shit, did it? And here, under the hood, we've stored something that'll really come in handy if it doesn't fall out and break my leg. Ah! What we're doing is we're building a fucking industrial film, trying to give these guys everything they can get. I mean, that's it. Fuck it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Please suppose we open... Gotta do it again, right now. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Shit. Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness? Yeah.
I think I'm going to be walking in and out if you get a fuck up and I got to come back.
I don't, that make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more.
It kills me every time. Don't slam the fucking door. Man, listen, I'm going to give everyone a clue here.
Listen, I'm going to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit.
Bullshit.
Anytime
No more fucking around from anyone.
From anyone. That includes me.
Shit's going to hit the fan.
Going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling? We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan. And they fit the diverse needs of a very big firm.
What's the goddamn line say, Tony?
Buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it? Why don't I say it?
We got 1 fly, 2 flies, 3 flies. We've got some goddamn fucking flies. That guy, he's the best. Fuck. The Winnebago man. Don't slam the fucking door, Tony. Doesn't make any difference at this juncture. There's a great, if you watch the video too, it's fucking gold, man. Holy fuck. Great defense, Klay Thompson. 84-82. If you watch the video, there's a part when Winnebago man says to Tony, he's like, Tony, can you pass me a towel? Tony whips the towel at him. Tony like whips the towel at him, and even Winnebago man starts laughing. Fuck. Yeah, I've seen the documentary. Holy fuck. If Houston hits this 3, they take the lead. No, they're getting that. Man, Golden State, what are you doing, Draymond Green? How's that not a foul? Golden State, man, they don't have that killer instinct. Draymond's more interested in just being a douchebag than making plays, too. Fuck. Here's Harden. He'll do something stupid. Oh, and he turned it over, but fucking went off of fucking Golden State. I'm telling you, fuck. Harden dribbling a basketball late in the game is like me being drunk and trying to tie my shoelaces, fuck. Wilder and Joshua. I think Joshua will beat him. But I don't think much of Joshua. And fucking Houston takes the fucking lead. You useless motherfuckers, Golden motherfucking State, man. It was 80-70. It was 82-70. What have you guys done? You've been outscored 16-2. Everybody just fucking get out of the way and give the ball to Kevin Durant. You're all useless besides him, fuck. Like, Durant's the only one that, like, fucking, like, is consistent on this team. Curry will hit shots sometimes. Klay Thompson fucking is fucking way overrated. How's that not a foul on Ariza? Yeah, fuck you and State Farm, fuck. Fucking stupid commercials. I'm not listening, Logical Thoughts. I'm not in the mood right now. I don't think Wilder's that good. But I think Anthony Joshua's overrated, so I don't know. You guys could be right. Wilder could knock him out. Anthony Joshua gets fucking hit more than a Donald Trump piñata at a Cinco de Mayo fucking picnic. He's very, very hittable. Wilder is fucking awkward. Wilder is wild. Like, Deontay Wilder is an awkward fighter. It's hard to prepare for him because no one fights like him. Fuck. He's like a street fighter. His technique is terrible, but it's so awkward. Like, he throws punches from weird angles and he comes sideways, and he's like a fucking bouncer outside a strip club or something. What are you guys doing with defense here? Fuck. Like I said, Anthony Joshua is a good-looking athlete and shit, but he gets hit a lot, man. He's very hittable, fuck. And if you're getting tagged by a fucking 82-year-old Klitschko, this is the fucking exactly. You're a big Pittsburgh Brew. Pittsburgh Brew really knows his boxing. And so does Ty Rich. But that's the thing. I know boxing too. Like Wilder's not a technical fucking genius. He's an awkward motherfucker with a lot of power, fuck. And he'll get in your face and shit, right? So you won't be scared of Joshua. And like I said, Joshua is kind of a pussy for a big dude. Like Joshua says, he'll fuck up Wilder. But then he's like, well, I don't want to fight him in the U.S. because I don't trust the judges. It's like, well, if you're going to fuck him up, you're a heavyweight. You shouldn't even worry about the judges. If you're the best fighter, if you're the $500 million man, and you're the king shit, come to America and knock Wilder out. And then people will acknowledge you as the new king of the heavyweights. Even though you shouldn't get that, but people will put you out on that pedestal anyways. What the fuck was that? Fucking Durant. This shit's getting real. I'm going to fucking snap if they fucking lose this motherfucking game. Hi, William Guy. Good to see you, buddy. What up, Nate Brooks? Holy shit, fuck. You fucking motherfuckers. It's 89-86 with fucking 3 minutes left. Hey, Curry, man, can you do something, Curry? All right, here, Green. All right, come on, Durant. You don't need a 3, Durant. Just take it to the rack. Holy shit. Durant just did what he did when he was on Oklahoma City against fucking Golden State, actually. He threw the ball out of bounds. He's fucking lucky the ball went off of Chris Paul out of bounds, but Kevin Durant nearly just turned it over. It's the thing with Golden State. They're not used to playing in close games, so they're sort of exposed in these middle instances where it's like, we're not really as good as everyone says we are. It's really Kevin Durant. What the fuck was that? That was Kevin Durant. You just threw it off the side. What is that, Lonzo Ball off the side of the fucking rim? Side of the backboard? Oh, my God. I'm going to fucking freak if fucking this happens. Great fucking defense, Clay. Great fucking job, bro. Holy shit. The Houston Rockets are a bunch of fucking Instagram model, motherfucking vodka drinking, pot smoking, fucking non-caring dickheads. And you're going to lose to them, fuck. Well, what the fuck? I'm not, man. This is no. This can't happen right now. You fucking cocksuckers better fucking get a basket here. There you go. There you go, Curry. You know what? Steph Curry is starting to look like Grady from fucking Stanford and Son. All right, they needed that N1. No, I didn't want a close game. I just want entertaining, O'Leary. You're right, though. I should have shut up, as always. I should have just kept my big fucking yap shut. I just send the game to overtime, fuck. The Golden State Warriors have 8 points, guys. They have 8 points in 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. But that's that's understandable because we all know that the Houston Rockets are fucking beacons of playing defense, right? Yeah, it's like they're playing the 1994 Knicks here, aren't they? Fucking ridiculous, fucking cocksuckers, fuck. There's no way in hell I'd pay Klay Thompson a fucking max contract. Listen, Klay Thompson plays good defense, so I'll give him that. Listen, I'm not saying Klay Thompson sucks, but he's the king of fucking scoring big, hitting big shots when the Warriors are winning in a rout. Fuck. Prove me wrong. Hit a big shot here for us. All right. Hey, Draymond, instead of acting like a fucking stupid fucking Michigan State Spartan dickhead like you are, fuck, how about making a fucking play? 91-89, 3 minutes left. Here's Harden. Come on, Harden. Do something stupid. Here's Harden at the top of the key. Steph Curry guarding him, which is a bad thing. Fucking Harden just did a fake-ass move that I wouldn't even fell for, and Curry fucking lunged back, but Harden missed the three. That was a bad possession by Harden, but that's to be expected. That's the thing. We can count on Harden doing dumb things here down the stretch. All right, here's Curry. Curry's on Harden. Curry, of course you force a three up. What the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck is that, bro? Like, Curry, you don't have to only take threes, bro, and Harden's in your face. Like, what is that, man? Oh, wide open now. And there it is. Thanks, fucking Steph. Fucking bad possession leads to a 3. 5-point swing, bro. Great shit, Steph. Holy shit, Curry. Fuck, man. All right, come on, Durant. Holy shit. 94.89. 94.90. There's 143 left. Yeah, explain to us why you have to be so annoying, Logical Thoughts. Explain that. I'll kick you out, Logical Thoughts. Don't think I won't. Like, why don't you step up before a fucking game with a fucking opinion instead of at the end of the game like a jackass every fucking night? How's that sound, fuck? How about I explain that to you? Why would Klay Thompson take that shot? No, what are you doing, Curry? Why would you do that? Why do you guys do this? Why do you do this? Fuck, man. Take it to the fucking rack for once in your fucking lives. Fuck. It's like Klay Thompson barely hits the fucking rim. Like, I want this fucking idiot taking a shot now. Here's Chris Paul, gets blocked, but they get the rebound. They miss. All right, they're down by 3. You fucking idiots. So basically now, Golden State, you're not even going to go for 2. Now they're just in 3-point mode. So basically it comes down to whether they're going to hit a bunch of threes here at the end. Fuck you guys take bad shots, man. Hey, Balo, go play in traffic or something, fuck. All the freaks are coming out. You go play Fortnite. Good call, Cody. Go play some Fortnite, fuck. Fuck, this is a frustrating. I can't believe this. They can't even get to 185 points. The total is off by 40 points. They're 3 for 16. Chris Webber says they can always rely on their 3. Yeah, can they? All right. All right. Good call. Good, good. You missed. Holy shit. They got lucky with a call there. Let's see. Yeah, that was a good call. No, that was a foul. Chris Paul's a dirty player. Chris Paul's a vet. Chris Paul was playing some good defense, not flagrant, but Chris Paul bumped him. And Draymond misses, fuck. Of course you do, Draymond. Why wouldn't you, fuck? Hey, Draymond mom, you gonna fucking tweet and rip your kid now for missing a free throw? That's fucking great. Now if you fucking foul, you're down by fucking 4. Great shit, Draymond. You fucking cocksucker, fuck. Come on, Harden, do something dumb. Holy shit. 10 seconds left. Down by 2. Kevin Durant with the basketball. Kevin Durant passes it. Why? And Klay Thompson throws an air ball because he's Klay Thompson. Good job, Klay. I told you guys. Klay Thompson fucking sucks, all right? He fucking sucks. Why the fuck would you fucking pass it, Durant? To Klay Thompson of all people. Yeah, it's under review whether there's 8.8 seconds left and they're going to shoot free throws or not. Holy motherfuck, man. Klay motherfucking Thompson. Call timeout. They actually have a shot here. Fuck, not much, but they can get the ball up to half court. I don't know why you guys didn't take the ball up to half court before. Fuck, you fucking idiot. I'm not, what am I going to do? I'm Steve Kerr, but whatever, dude. Like, I don't know why you didn't call timeout before, but whatever. Now you call a timeout. .5 seconds is enough to pass it in bounds and get a shot off. Whatever, man. You do, you know, you set Curry or Durant up, not Klay Thompson. No, you're not going to get a quality shot, hockey. But you're better off with .5 than .2. .5 is enough to catch it and shoot. Like, you can catch it and sort of, you know. .2 and shit, it's like, man, you got to fucking just sort of tip it. If you miss the free throw, the commercial was late coming back. Curry got the shot up, but he missed. Great job, NBA. You missed the commercial, fuck, coming back late. Fucking NBA. Great job, guys. Thanks for missing the fucking drama here at the end. Curry gets the shot. He was wide open. He was wide open. Holy shit. He got a fucking great look. You're a fucking dickhead, Klay Thompson. You always have that fucking look on your face, fuck. Holy motherfucking shit. Unbelievable. You see that already? He's got a wide open look, not even close, fuck. The ball wasn't even close to it, barely hit the rim. The Golden State Warriors aren't done, fuck. The Warriors will win the next game. The Warriors will win in 6. Klay Thompson, you're just, that guy, he bothers me, this dude, Klay Thompson. He just does, fuck. I've never been a Klay Thompson hater, man, but I swear to God, the motherfucker never makes a shot, man. And he makes shots when the Warriors are up by 22 and 18 and shit, and then he acts all cocky. It's like, bro, how about you make a shot in the fucking clutch for once in your life? Fucking air ball. Great shit, air ball. Yeah, Nucky Thompson. It's typical shit. Yeah, Rockets nearly doubling free throws, but nah, this isn't the NBA at its finest, dude. The reason that the fucking Rockets fucking shot more free throws because the Rockets actually took it to the fucking rack. The Golden State Warriors are a bunch of pussies. Klay, you know what I mean? Klay Thompson shoots bad shots. Steph Curry forces threes all the time. Never takes it to the fucking hole. Fucking Kevin Durant was fucking off his game tonight at the end, all over the fucking place. Exactly. It wasn't, it wasn't, I'm not blaming the refs here. There's no conspiracy. There's no refs. The fucking Golden State Warriors are soft, fuck. They get lazy. And you know what? Let's be real. Let's be real. We used to think that Draymond Green was the most valuable player on this team. You know what the most valuable player is fucking the playoffs for these guys? Iguodala. Iguodala. This is what it comes down to. Iguodala is like, Draymond Green's a fucking flake. 2 years ago and 3 years, whatever. Draymond was good. He still is good, but Draymond's fucking become like a fucking, he's like Dennis Rodman. He really is. He's turning into Dennis Rodman. Like Draymond's more of just a sideshow and a fucking distraction more than anything almost now. He's always bitching at the refs. He's getting fucking dunked on like fucking crazy and shit. His defense is all over the place. He turns the ball over. Like Draymond Green's all over the motherfucking place. I used to think that Draymond was the most valuable guy on that team. Draymond can do it all, but he's a fucking nut. He's a head case, fuck. So, Iguodala's the guy, though. Iguodala hits the big shots for them. Iguodala plays good defense for them. He handles the ball. This goes back to like when they lost to the Cavs. They were almost exposed here. And that Steph Curry is not a fucking point guard. So they're a weird hybrid team, Golden State. They don't have a point guard. Klay Thompson's not a point guard. Steph Curry's not a point guard. Steph Curry doesn't pass the ball, right? Steph Curry doesn't penetrate and kick it out and shit. Like they're not a normal team in that sense. And when they find themselves in these close games, it's a fucking awkward situation they're in. Yeah. Kevin Durant was thrown up. You know, like Steph Curry's better when somebody pops him when he's open. You know, like that's not a point guard. Like Steph Curry's a shooting guard. Klay Thompson's a shooting guard. Kevin Durant is a fucking power forward who's really like a hybrid. You know what I mean? Like, so you notice at the end, they can't set up plays. It's sort of whatever, fucking pass the ball and take a three. Like they don't set up plays. They don't cut. They don't do pick and rolls. You know, like listen, they're a damn good team. They're going to be fine. They're going to win. But it's just frustrating when you see this shit from them at times, fuck. And it's happening more and more with Steph Curry. Steph Curry's just not consistent. He just isn't. Like, you know, I was slow to anoint Curry this great player. I used to say, listen, he's a good shooter. And then, you know, I have to admit, listen, he's a fucking great player. He's a great offensive player. But he's not very good defensively. And he's not really a point guard. And, you know, his shots come at the expense of a lot of other guys on the court, etc. But it's been now like 2 years. It was the same thing last year where he's fucking consistent. Like real superstar players aren't as inconsistent as Steph Curry is. Well, I'm just being real here. Like, you know, you look at Steph Curry and his numbers, it's too erratic, fuck. There's too many fucking 3 for 12s. There's too many stupid shots. There's too much bad defense. Like, there's a lot of fucking... Holy fuck. All right, people. I think right now it's time. I think it's time people start posting fucking tickets in the chat here. Yeah, like Big Will. I want to see tickets. I want to see motherfucking tickets. No, man, that's like warning shots. No, I'm not kicking anyone out. This is warning shots. It's a sports betting chat room. People want to come in and be dicks, they can come in and be dicks. What up, Robert DeLuca? Yeah, God bless the internet, huh? God bless the internet. Holy motherfuck, man, that was fucking annoying. I do like the hostility in the chat, though. I don't have a problem. Crowd's getting hostile. Crowd's getting hostile, and so am I. Gonna go Winnebago man on everyone soon.
It's fucking right. What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line? I don't give a shit what the line is. I fucked up the word rear. I can't even read the fucking VO straight. What the fuck was that? We got flies all over the fucking place. Son of a bitch. Get out of here, you fucking flies. There's a fly over the headlight, Tony. We got flies coming for us. Fuck. Fuck out of here, you flies. We got 3 flies, 5 flies. And if you will, make sure, if you will, we don't have that fly on the left side, on the passenger side, because that we don't have that in frame, but make sure we don't have any flies here. We don't have any flies. Here we go. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass. I got to read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning. God, I can't fucking make my mind work. Tony, give me a towel for just a minute, please. Here we go. Goddamn jackass. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass.
I think we found a new line that we can use. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass. Oh, Michael Alferis. Ooh, post a ticket on this chat. Why, you're too stupid to learn how to post a ticket, fuckface? You can't figure out how to use a computer, Michael? Who uses the word bra? Who uses the word bra? What is that? What are you, from the fucking Jersey Shore? Bra. Nucky, how much you lost tonight, bra? What are you typing in caps for, fuckface? Why are you typing in caps, dickhead? Hey, Elfris, I'm talking to you, fuckface. Elfris, why are you typing in caps, fuck? Are you too stupid to learn the fucking the caps lock button? Are you too stupid to learn how to copy and paste a fucking ticket in the chat, dickhead? I know your mother's stupid, but I thought that maybe you were a little smarter than her. Like, who says that, bruh? Is this better for me? No, you know what's better for me, Michael? This is better for me. This is better for me. You're gone! I'm going to run out of ammo tonight. Fuck you guys, you're stupid. I was just about to say something that I was really going to regret saying. So I'm glad I didn't. An even flow. See, Andrew Jamison, he's a good guy. What's up, Andrew Jamison? Adam Lastman. We got shit going on. Bullets are flying. It's troll central. And Adam Laskin's asking me if I've ever... I didn't take fucking minus 450 on a money line, fuckface, man. Holy, is it National Dickhead Day today? Every day it's something on fucking hashtag National fucking Ice Cream Day. Is this National fucking SBR chat room fuckface day? I didn't lay minus 450, you fucking idiot. Did you ever hear me say I laid minus 450? Did I ever tell you I laid minus 450, you fucking maggot? Evidently, evidently the guns, evidently the guns aren't enough. We're going to have to bust out some heavier fucking artillery here. Fucking chainsaws. Holy shit. This fucking dude. I'm going to go Kim Jong-un soon here, too. Yeah. You're right. But thing is, it's always been bad timing. All right, I'll lay off the AK-47 here. You're right. It's like Monday Night Raw here. Yeah, y'all. Everyone needs to settle the fuck down. Everyone needs to settle the fuck down. Cuss and Braun Strowman. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, I don't even want to look. What did Klay Thompson do here tonight besides screw us all? What a disaster. What a disaster. This guy, what'd you lay minus 450 for? Who just said I laid minus 450? I had it in a parlay. Who's favored to win the series now? Golden State's still going to be favored. And it's hashtag National Settle Down Day. Well, I hate to admit it, but people fucking succeeded in getting me riled up. It all started with logical thoughts, fuck. Yeah, of course we already laid the fucking future, fuck. Well, what do you think we're so upset about? It all started with that logical thoughts dude that came in with his fucking I told you so bullshit, and then like a fucking bunch of other idiots in a classroom, a bunch of other fucking people came out of the woodwork. Oh, all right, what do you take Golden State for? Everyone knew Houston was going to win. Of course, no one was around during the game. Euro was. Euro's all right. Euro's here all the time. We're not questioning Euro. Fucking yeah. Yeah, you were talking shit during the whole game. Yeah, I know, but logical thoughts. I'm not going to waste time with this with you, with your bullshit every fucking night. Why don't you explain why sports is fixed? Why don't you type it right now instead of just repeating the same thing? Oh, these motherfuckers won't be around. I'm not inviting you on the show. I'm telling you to fucking type it in the chat. You're offering to come on the show. Fuck. Who's that fucking dude in the chat there that soccer picks all the time? Fuck. Always bitch about our soccer picks. And we told him, all right, who's going to win? Fuck. And then he wouldn't answer. Fuck. Oh, that Noel Butler dude. How do we explain the free throw disparity? The free throw disparity is pretty simple. The Golden State Warriors fucking are a finesse team that don't take it to the rack. Nobody bitched about the free throw disparity the other fucking night, all right? Steph Curry had 3 free throw attempts the other night, and they won. Nobody said a thing, all right? It's pretty simple. The Golden State Warriors, it's pretty clear with these guys. If their three-point shots aren't going in, they don't win. And more often than not, their three-point shots will go in, right? It's just an anomaly tonight that everyone got cold. Curry was cold, Klay Thompson sucks, and fucking Durant got cold. Thank you, Henry. Look, I had the Golden State Warriors. I had the Golden State Warriors. You don't hear me bitching about the fucking refs, all right? It wasn't the refs' fault. Was anyone bitching? That's the thing with you guys, fuck. I'm not saying everyone here. But that's the thing. Was anyone bitching? Where was logical thought saying, I told you so, when the fucking Golden State Warriors were up by 12? Fuck. He wasn't here. Where was everyone bitching about the refs and, oh, how this league is fixed when the Golden State Warriors took an 82-70 fucking lead in the fourth quarter? No one. No one was saying anything. Yeah, the league fixed it. The league fixed it that Klay Thompson threw an air ball. That's Adam Silver's fault. They didn't really blow a big lead, Mohammed. They never really had a big lead. You're on the clock, logical thoughts. Either you start typing some facts instead of just talking bullshit. Otherwise, I'm going to boot you too, all right? It's like, fuck, you're managing, you're more annoying than Auburn Wild. Sorry, Muhammad Job. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Just everyone needs to chill the fuck out here. Guy's giving me a fucking headache now. I don't even get headaches. I got a headache now. Oh, Gabe the crackhead. Fuck. I know crackheads' logical thoughts, and they're actually better people than you. I think that like a street hooker crackhead has more credibility than you, to be honest. What's up, Brian Rowe? Brian Rowe steps in. Ready for Las Vegas. I know a lot of, yeah, exactly. Let's take a poll question right now. Who would you rather fucking hang out with? A crackhead or logical thoughts? Fuck. Whatever. There's a lot of exactly, crackhead. Crackhead. It's not even close. I'd like to, Kyle. I really would. Thank you. Yes, I would. Fuck. Thank you, Brian Rowe. Rockers in the house. Yeah, what a shit show tonight. Holy fuck. It's actually enjoyable, though. I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind an old school, it's enough, though. Yeah, hit the like. Thank you, Ken Peacock. Hit the like button. Fuck. No, I've never smoked crack. I'll admit to a lot of things. Jonathan Manson in the house. Early thoughts on the World Cup. I've got Germany overtime. I've got Germany, buddy. The Germans. Germany or France? Macron is the New World Order leader. The face of the New World Order is Emmanuel Macron. So, like Logical Thought says, it'll be fixed. Don't you all know? Or it'll be fixed for Putin. I don't know. The only thing Logical fucking Thoughts knows about fixing is you should get your fucking mentally retarded brain looked at, bro. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to be walking the streets, fuck. Belgium's not. I don't think Belgium's going to win. Yeah, there's not too many not neo-Nazis. There's hooligans everywhere. I'm fired up, though, for the World Cup. Group A, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay. Uruguay, minus 110 to win the group. This is where we'll get into some good betting here. You know, group advanced stages and stuff like that. Basically, Russia and Uruguay are expected to advance. Uruguay are heavy favorites to win Group A. Group B. Group B is a good group, man. You got Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and Iran. Portugal and Spain will advance. Spain are minus 200 to win the group. France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. France is going to cruise. Minus 350 to win the group. Group D, Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and my Nigerians. Go Nigeria. Nigeria should be able to qualify here. They got a puncher's chance. It's going to come down to Iceland and Nigeria. So basically, we have the fucking program in the World Cup that's most known for underachieving, accepting bribes, and fucking, like, you know, basically stating like an hour before a game, yeah, we're not going to play unless we get a fucking $50,000 check each right now against Iceland, who will fucking basically, you know, if you told these guys on Iceland, like, you know, what is it, 11 players, you told the 11 starters, like, listen, one of you is going to die today, but we're going to advance. You know, I think they would all stay. I'm in. You know, I'll accept it. You know, I'll take my chance. You don't want to get in front of Iceland, man. These motherfuckers, remember last time in that Euro shit. Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. Argentina are favorites to win a group at minus 163. Croatia are plus 225. Croatia's minus 200 to advance. Argentina's minus 700 to advance. So Nigeria is plus 225. Iceland's plus 275. Group E, Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. Costa Rica bet the under. Very defensive. Brazil's minus 350. They're overhyped. Fuck. But they're going to, they'll advance. They'll. Switzerland are no joke. Switzerland play boring soccer, but Germany, Mexico, Sweden, South Korea, that's a pretty tough group, actually. You got Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England. Sets up pretty nicely for Belgium and England to advance. And then you got Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. Now, I see we got our boy Scott Ramsey in the house here. And as Scott's saying, the fact is, listen, his Latin American countries not winning in Russia. The World Cup is very, very geographically sort of historical. You know what I mean? Like, it's a tough road trip, man. Like, Brazil's not winning in Russia. Argentina's not winning there. It will be a European team. And it's the same shit. European teams generally don't win when it's in fucking Latin America. Even though they'll win more. Like, look, all right, 2014. 2014, it was in Brazil, and Germany won. Sort of the exception. Spain beat the Netherlands in South Africa. Italy won in Germany. Italy won the World Cup in 2006 in Germany. Brazil won in 2002 in Japan. France won in France. Brazil won in the United States. That was pretty much like it was a home fucking thing for Brazil. Fuck, I remember. That was Baggio. Baggio, no! 1990, West Germany won in Italy. See, 1986, Argentina won in Mexico City. See, Hispanic country. Italy won in 1982 in Spain, in Europe. Argentina won in 1978 in Argentina. West Germany won in West Germany. Brazil won in Mexico. England won in England. Brazil won in Chile. The last time in a Latin American or Latin, whatever, in Spanish speaking, etc., Central American, Latin American, etc. If we're really getting into geography, like people always think of Portugal like this, but Portugal is actually a European country, right? Portugal's in Europe. So you got to go back to 1962. Brazil won in Sweden. In 1958, sorry. In 1962, Brazil won in Chile. So in 1958, Brazil won in Sweden. That's the last motherfucking time. That's the last motherfucking time that like one of these Latin American countries won. Basically not in America, Japan, or in one of their own in Mexico. You know, they don't win in Europe. That's where I'm going with this. I've been around the block, guys, so I remember that game like it was yesterday. I even remember the call. Remember fucking Baggio had the little rat ponytail thing going? Baggio, no! The ball sailed over the net. The announcer said, Baggio! And then the ball sailed, no! Roberto Baggio. Yeah, Baggio kicked a field goal. He booted it right over the net. It wasn't Baggio's fault, you know, but he was the star, so it landed on his doorstep. You know what I mean? And he was the one to take the last shot. Yeah, Ronaldo was the kid phenom at the time. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember all the Ronaldos and Ronaldinos. Was that the team with Dunga, or Dunga was after? I don't know. I'm old. I get confused. Like, to me, the real Portuguese star is not Ronaldo. It's Luis Figo. Number 10, Figo. Yeah, Dunga. He's like, isn't he the coach now, or he was the coach or something? Romario, that was the guy. Romario was the star. Yeah, he was good. I love the promo for The Simpsons when like the soccer's coming. Don't miss to see the battle of the best soccer team in the world is as Portugal takes on Mexico. And after the game, meet Aliaga, Dunga, Cesar Chavez Sanchez. Portugal versus Mexico for the championship of the world. Coming to Springfield. That was great. When they said to me, Aliago. Holds it. Holds it. Ken Brockman's doing the play-by-play. Holds it. Center over to halfback. Halfback back to center. Center back to left back. Holds it. Holds it. They go to the fucking Hispanic guy. Fucking screaming and shit. Tony Miola. I remember Tony Miola. Tony Miola was the United States goaltender. And Tony Miola, if you remember Finney 2.0, he actually also fucking tried out for the New York Jets as a field goal kicker. Tony Miola. Yeah, what was it? Pele for fucking, what was it? Wax, what was the company, the waxed paper? You're right. I'll get to Russia in a second, Mohammed, but you're right. It was Crestfield wax paper. They hand him the fucking bag of money. That's a great episode. Fucking Mo, they're watching the soccer game. They're all excited. Get your hot papaya here, paella. They're like fucking Krusty the Clown's like, come on, somebody do something, you snoozers. Mo's the one that starts the riot. He's like, I'm out of here. Barney's like, no, Barney gets his beer fucking spilled. The riot begins. Ken Brockman, what started as a friendly soccer game turned into a riot. That's the best. Ken Brockman's like in the helicopter after what unexpectedly started as a friendly soccer game has turned into a full-out riot. I don't know. It is true, eh? Like, how do fucking soccer games, it's such a peaceful sport, and it just turns into a shit fest, man. It's like, what'd you say? Yeah, I know. Ken Peacock. I think Ken Peacock's in England, actually. Ken Peacock, I would advise, do not go to Russia. Russians have basically threatened to kill any Brits that go there. Now, Russia aren't that good. Russia aren't that good. And Russia aren't favored to win the group, Mohammed. Uruguay are favored to win the group. Uruguay are minus 110 to win the group. Russia are plus 187. Egypt are plus 400. Saudi Arabia are 40 to 1. And I tell you right now, don't sleep on the Egyptians. Walk like an Egyptian. Don't sleep on the Egyptians, man. Don't sleep on the Egyptians. They got Mo Salah. They got one of the best players in the motherfucking world. They got one of the best players in the world, Mo Salah. You see this guy, man. He's a fucking scoring fucking machine. You can't discount this team. Like, Egypt could fucking advance instead of Russia. Uruguay are advancing. Saudi Arabia are going to be in trouble. Uruguay are going to advance. And I got to tell you, I think Egypt can advance instead of Russia, except there's going to be some serious fucking riots and shit like that in Russia and shit. But, you know, I wouldn't want to be an Egyptian leaving that stadium after. Yeah, see, Ken Peacock getting in on this shit now. I see Ken Peacock. The Argentinians and the Russians have united against the Brits. We were talking about it a couple of weeks ago or a month ago about how the Russian gangs came to an agreement with the Argentinian gangs in their dislike for the UK gang. So basically, the Russians have passed out like the word amongst each other, all the gang and then the fighting clubs and the hooligans, that the Argentinians are all right. You know what I mean? They're cool. I agree. Real Madrid's going to beat Liverpool. Yeah, you get Egypt to advance at plus 400. Look, Egypt could beat Saudi Arabia. That's going to be intense shit. You got Mid-East on Mid-East crime. But, you know, it's not like Middle Eastern people ever been violent against each other. That's the thing when you get into the fucking World Cup. I love this shit. I love the geopolitical shit of this shit. I really do. I can't lie. I'm telling you, I remember I lived in Montreal, man. It was years ago, man. And Iran played the United States in the World Cup. Fuck. And, man, the city of Montreal shut the fuck down, man. There's a lot of Middle Eastern people. Like, in my neighborhood, downtown Montreal, man, it was like it shut the fuck down. Like, it was like an hour before the game. And I remember I walked into a store and fucking Buddy was all fucking tense and shit. And I said, "You're not even Iranian, man." I said, "Aren't you fucking Lebanese?" And he said, "My friend," fuck, he said, he goes, "The only thing that unites us is we want to beat the United States." And fucking, it was just that tension of fucking, you know, I love when you get these countries that just fucking hate each other playing soccer. Like Portugal and Spain is a good example of this. Portugal fucking hates Spain. Listen, my father lived in Portugal. I've been to Portugal. I know all about it. And I've been to Spain. Portugal is like next to Spain, and Spain looks at Portugal like a bunch of dumb farmers and shit. And Portugal has always had an inferiority complex to Spain and Brazil. And they finally are good at soccer. They finally won and shit. So they're sort of more on equal ground now. But the fact that they're in the same group now as Spain, and like they open up the tournament against them and shit, That's massive. Like, this is like next to them playing in the Euro Championship and shit like they did in winning. This is like it'd be the biggest game. It's the biggest game since the last game. It's like college football. You know what I mean? It's the biggest game since the last game of the century. But Portugal versus Spain from a geopolitical shit is just massive. From their, they just don't like each other. Like, Portugal will want to win this so badly. Fuck. It's like Alabama Auburn. Like, if Portugal could fucking beat Spain 5-0, I don't even think they care if they got bounced after. It's one of those deals. I'm sure we got some Portuguese people in the chat now. I'm sure we have any Portuguese amongst you. Obrigado. Desculpa. You guys know what I'm talking about. People in Spain, it's like class wars, guys. Like in Portugal, they look at like the Algarve and shit like a bunch of hicks. You know what I mean? Like Benfica fans are the city people, and they think FC Porto people are a bunch of dumb fishermen. Right? So even within Portugal, you always have that like, oh, they're all a bunch of poor fucking fishermen and shit. We're happening in Lisbon here. Right? And then, yeah, people in Spain and Barcelona and shit are like, Lisbon's a dump fuck. You know what I mean? You're like a fucking little fucking outpost next to us. Right? Like Spain looks down on Portugal from like fashion, chicks, soccer. It's like you got Benfica, fuck. We've got Real Madrid and Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. And you know what I mean? It's just a different. The Azores, exactly. The Algarve, the Azores, all that shit. I've been to Portugal. They're very class orientated there. Like I was all over Portugal too. And everywhere I went, they told me about how not to trust the other people. Like I was in Lisbon and they told me about how Porto is hell on earth and they're all a bunch of dumb fishermen and don't go there and like it's going to be terrible. I was in the Algarve and people in the Algarve were like, fuck Lisbon, fuck. You know, they're all a bunch of fucking crooks and junkies. You know, like it's like Germany, fuck. You know, Berlin's not the same as fucking Cologne and Stuttgart and Frankfurt. Like it's very, very different in Europe. Yeah, I've been to the Algarve. I played music in Portugal for like 3 months in a bunch of Portuguese bars and shit like that, and in Spain, no shit, with my father. Fuck. See, HDC's Portuguese, and he's not disagreeing with any of my Portuguese assessments. You're right. Like you guys hate each other. Fuck. You all. No one likes anyone. You know, like the poor people don't like these people, and that town doesn't like that town, and like. I was in Santa Clara or Santa Barbara. Sorry, Santa Barbara. You know Santa Barbara and Lule? I did. Yeah, Lule. That's where my father lived, in Lule. My father lived there, HDC. I lived in a fucking house on this great like compound up there for like fucking a month, man. I got shit-faced like fucking every day. I ate chicken, frango. I ate fucking barbecue chicken. It's fucking great, fuck. Portuguese chicken's the best chicken. It's the best chicken, fuck. It really is. Portuguese chicks are pretty hot too. Portugal's a good country, actually, man. I always wondered, why is my father living in Portugal? He's not, we're not even Portuguese. Like, why would you move to Portugal? And then once I got there, I was like, oh fuck. You know, all these hot chicks and shit. It was like, oh, yeah, fuck, yeah. Fucking cheap wine and fucking, yeah, you're living on the ocean. Not bad, fuck. You know? I'm like, yeah, I can see why you're living here now. He's like, wait till you see Lisbon. I went, Lisbon's amazing, fuck. I speak very highly of Portugal. I like Portugal. I'd like to go back, actually. I should go back, fuck. I should just move there and disappear to Portugal, fuck. I like Portugal. Lisbon's a great city, man. Thanks, Grab a Max. Didn't they legalize weed there too in Portugal recently? I think they wanted to legalize cocaine in Portugal. I'm not even exaggerating. It's kind of weird because they're very religious, but I think Portugal, like, is on this money train. They're like, you know what? Let's become like Amsterdam, fuck, and Lisbon. Let's fucking, let's let people get wasted. So it's true. Like, cocaine is legal there. When I was there a long time ago, guys. I was there in the mid-90s. I was there in the early mid-90s. And it was very sort of, I remember then, like, no one really cared. Like, I was never told, oh, you better not smoke or watch out for the cops. It was never like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people used to smoke out in cafe, right outside a cafe and whatever. That's amazing. Told you Portugal's a good country. Yeah, where are you getting a doctorate out for cocaine? Fuck. I see that with Putin. Putin, like, yeah, you can bring Putin. You're allowed to bring. He said you can bring heroin, coke, or weed to the World Cup if you want. He goes, just tell us. Interesting, HDC. Look, when I was there, basically, Portugal was sort of starting to build. They borrowed money from the European the EU didn't exist then, but I remember like people bitching about it. They were like, holy fuck, the Portuguese government took all this money to build infrastructure. They didn't do it. They just took the money. I was there. There's like big piles of dirt shit everywhere. I was like, holy fuck. Cool thing about Portugal too is there's dogs running around everywhere, except it was scary. I got chased by like a really scary dog once. I fucking panicked and shit. Like, normally there's like dogs on the street and they're stray dogs. They come up to you, but they're not really like that aggressive and shit. They're hungry, but they run away easy and shit. They're kind of whatever. But my father lived in like the mountains, man. I was in the mountains and these dogs were pissed, man. So at first I was like, whatever. Like, he told me, ignore the stray dogs. Don't make eye contact. And he even told me, though, he warned me. He goes, listen, I got to warn you, man. He goes, there's a pack of wild dogs around my place. And he goes, they're very aggressive. And lo and behold, I'm all wasted at like fucking 5 a.m, man. This fucking dog, man, comes out of nowhere like Cujo and shit. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, no, it's true. And in fact, I've never been to England, all right? I was in England when I was a kid, but I've never been to England as an adult. And that was my first exposure to Scottish and British chicks. And holy shit, they party. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, you've got no idea. Like, these fucking Scottish chicks, man. And what's the best way of putting it? They're not uptight. Like, they're very, very like friendly. We'll put it that way. I didn't want to leave. Fuck. I kept hooking up with Scottish chicks. British chicks can throw it back too. We got to go to London. Fuck, we got to go down there sometime. That's, you know what, we've done a lot of road rages around, but if we're gonna do them, that's the one. Fuck, that's the one we should do. That's the one we should do. Yeah, there's a lot of Germans. My father married a German chick in Portugal. I could fly to London. Yeah, I find white chicks to be pretty boring myself. But I got to tell you, fuck, it's a little different out there. They're a different type of white chick. Like, yeah, Welsh chicks, same shit. You're right, King Peacock. Welsh chicks are fucking wild too. I know. It's the booze. It's the booze. I'm telling you, it's another level, fuck. All right? Like, they make Snooki seem normal. What's up, Juggernaut? No, we'll go down for the NFL game. The Jacksonville Jaguars are playing the Eagles this year. That'd be a good game, actually. I don't need to get a visa or anything. The Canadian Commonwealth Club. I got to be honest, fuck. We treat Brits bad at the border here, so that whole Commonwealth shit doesn't sell here. I swear, remember that show, Border Patrol? Fuck, they were always fucking with British people. They're like, "What are you doing here? Yeah, why? You gonna stay here?" All these guys with British accents were like, "No, I have a job in England. Why am I gonna stay here?" Canada is so suspicious of everyone. Like, Canada, like fucking Taylor Swift could show up at the border. Like, seriously. Taylor Swift shows up at the border and they're like, "Well, what are you going to do here?" "Well, I'm going to play a concert." "Yeah, where?" "Yeah, you know, are you going to leave after the show?" Like, you know, like Canada, they don't believe anything. Like I go to the United States, I get in and out in 2 seconds. Like Cam, every time I'm with Cam, he's like, "Dude," he goes, "I don't know." He goes, "I see you laughing with the fucking TSA guy." And he goes, "What were you guys laughing about?" He goes, "I don't know. We're talking about the UFC." Like, I go to the U.S. Customs and it's like, hey, you're that fight guy. And I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" Stamp, fucking, hey, have a good time, buddy. We hope you win money. Fucking any day you come back, fuck, man. I get back, I'm Canadian. It's like, what were you doing? Where were you? What are you up to? And I'm one of these people that takes the fuck off mode. I don't have any coke stuff up my ass, so stop wasting my time. I always get right to that. I'm just like, listen, if you want to search me, go ahead, fuck. But, you know, stop wasting my time. Let's go here, fuck. You know? I'm big on that. Listen, I'm a Canadian. I don't care if you don't like the way I'm talking to you. You can't keep me out of my own country. So, you know, fuck off and get out of my way here, buddy. And it actually usually works. They don't want to deal with it. Yeah, it'd be a good time to go out there to England, but my ex-girlfriend worked at the airport. She told me that all the border guards were dickheads and they wanted to get on the TV show. So they acted like jerks when the cameras were there. What a shock. But yeah, we've got enough trips coming up. Our next trip will be down the street to see the Toronto Argonauts play. We're going to have a little party down here. The security at the hotel is saying at the security at the at the airport in St. John, New Brunswick were very cool. Like they were very casual. It was like, all right, you know what I mean? It was. I don't have a lot of people bitch about airport security and shit. TSA, I've never had a problem with the TSA. I have zero complaints about the TSA. All these people, oh, I got groped, I got this. Like, really? Did you? I never been groped in my life by them. Like, they're normal people that whatever. Like, I'm one of the few people that speak highly of the TSA. Maybe that's why I don't have problems. Like, I don't have any problems with TSA. I'm gonna jinx myself, so I better stop talking. Even the time I got with my cat that time, that was the most they ever bothered me and whatever. It was only because I had an animal in a bag. And I didn't want to go through the x-ray machine with the cat. So they told me, listen, if you don't go through the x-ray machine, you have to fucking get secondary searched and a body search. And I agreed to it. And it wasn't hostile. You know, they were like, all right, come with us then. And I went with them. It was funny, though. When I went with them, everyone's staring because I'm walking with the fucking cops. And then the LVPD even walked over. They were like, everything all right? And they're like, yeah, it's good, don't worry. And fucking, I went in the room. They didn't even search me. Fuck. They're like, buddy, fuck, listen. They're like, just take the cat out of the bag, all right? So I took the cat out of the bag. They look in the bag, and they're like, whatever. I was like, you want to do anything? And the funny thing is, I just smoked a bunch of weed right before I went to the airport. Like, literally, I live right there, too. So it's like, my hands were stinking of weed. He goes, I got to scan your hands. So he scans my hands, and the fucking radar starts going off. Beep, 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 beep. And it's just weed on my hand. I sort of fucking look at him like, he's like, the best, he's like, all right, just go. He's like, just pick your cat up and just go. And before I can pick my cat up, my cat lays a big diarrhea, steaming fucking liquid fucking present on the carpet. I was so happy. Because I told the guys, I was like, listen, if my cat is skittish, if I take her out, she's going to freak out. We're in an airport, man. I said, listen, let's go in a small room. So they went in a small room, and she got all nervous, and she fucking dumped on the carpet, and then she pissed. And then they were like, all right, dude, just go. And like on the way out, she kept pissing and shit. It was cold. Yeah, it was a good job. Exactly. It was like good timing, princess. Like I liked it. It was like good. Like fucking harass my cat. She took a dump on your carpet. They told me you're gonna have to clean that up though. The buddy was like, yeah, you're gonna have to clean that up. And I was like, you know, and I did, but it was one of those deals where I fucking took this like fucking like cloth and I made it worse by putting it in the carpet. And then she pissed in the carpet. Then we were like, all right, just go. You know? Fucking room was all stinky and shit. Robert DeLuca, I had a problem in Vegas going there once because that was my fault, though. I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody. Yeah, I violated Federation aviation law. I opened up a bottle of vodka on an airplane. Fuck. It used to be frowned upon to do that, but it wasn't like against the law and shit. I bought a bottle of fucking vodka in the airport at duty free. And the thing is, in the old days, with the duty free, usually they take the fucking duty free product and they give it to you when you get off the plane after. Yeah, I got into it with some chick on a plane before, but yeah, that was fucking the cops. Big difference. No, it's because, Nick, they don't want you, like, they want to control your drinking, right? They don't want you to get all shit-faced and then fucking, you know, crash the cockpit. So you're not allowed to drink. Like, you can drink on a plane, but they have to serve it to you. They never really cared before, but I was on an empty plane. There was hardly anyone on the plane. It was obvious what I was doing. You could smell it, obviously. So fucking, I asked the chick for orange juice too. So every time the stewardess came back, I was like, "Oh, can I get some orange juice?" She gave me the orange juice, and I was making my own vodkas, and I didn't bother anyone. There was hardly anyone on the plane. And I was sitting there, and I was going to Vegas. It was a Friday night, and fucking, I drank the whole bottle though. I was shit-faced, by the end of it. And as I'm getting up to get off the plane, the fucking stewardess stops me, and she goes, "Excuse me, sir, I had no choice but to alert the authorities about your behavior." And I look up, and I'm like, holy shit, there's like 6 cops waiting for me, like fucking like I'm a terrorist type shit, like at the front of the plane. And I had to explain myself. I had to explain myself as to what happened. So, yeah, I talked my way out of it and stuff with the cops in Vegas. And, you know, they told me, they said, "Listen, you know, the fact that you didn't, you know," they said, "You know, we should arrest you, but," and they saw my passport, and I said, "Listen, I come here all the time. I'm sorry." And, you know, and I told them I'm going to pick up money in the super contest. I'm in a good mood. I was celebrating. And the cops were like, "Yeah, it's all right." They said, "If you would have bothered anyone or did something on the plane, we would have no choice." But they said, "You didn't cause an incident, so it's all right." But then the chick, the cop is like, the chick was talking to me, the cop, and she's like, "Listen," she goes, "For the record," she goes, "you're pretty intoxicated right now." She goes, "Technically, you're publicly intoxicated." And I was like, "No, I'm going to go right to my hotel, I promise." And she's like, "All right." She goes, "You better go right to your hotel, right?" And she goes, "I don't want to get a call later about something crazy and you're involved in this, right?" And she goes, "Because I will arrest you." And I was like, "No, ma'am, I really appreciate it." And she goes, "All right." She's like, "Stay out of trouble." Like an hour later, I'm getting kicked out of the hotel, and fuck, it's a big scene. And I'm going back and forth, and fucking, they're like, "All right, that's it. We're calling the cops." And that's when I was like, I gotta go. I fucking got in a taxi, and fucking, that's how I ended up at Hooters. Fuck. That's how I ended up at Hooters. And you can live a crazy lifestyle like that too. August 24th through 26th for the IFBC in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sportsbookreview.com's IFBC. It's going to be pretty epic. And it's the first weekend of college football as well. Oh, I don't know, Goldster. We're still a little ways away, but I'll probably get in. I'll probably get in on like the Wednesday or Thursday type thing. You know, like I'll leave like I'll probably leave like the Wednesday night. So I'll leave the Wednesday night. I'll get into Vegas late Wednesday night. I'll be there all day Thursday, no stress. Friday, meet everybody, meet and greet, no stress. I got radio shows during the day, etc. I don't, no stress. Do the shows, and then Friday night and Saturday night get fucking obliterated, and then Sunday recover. I don't want to just show up Friday night, get shit faced, then get shit faced Saturday and get on a plane Sunday. Have a good one, Ken Peacock. Always a pleasure, dude. Yeah, you know what? You'd be surprised, Reckless. We picked off right where we left off, buddy. There's some video of the shittier show. I want to find a video of the better night. Yeah, and then we're going to have all those contests to enter and all that shit. I'll get you some video, Paul V. There's some out there. It's not great, though. So, yeah, it'll be, yeah, I'll find it. I said there's a few little snippets, but it's nothing I'm really proud of. So I want to find, like, there's supposedly some good shit out there. Now, it's interesting. I saw a couple of things today about 100 days till college football. It's 100 days to college football, but it's 100 days to week 1 of college football. But remember, we had Drew Martin on last week or 2 weeks ago, and we talked about this. When we're going to be in Vegas for the IFBC, college football is on. They're actually calling it week 0, which is kind of stupid. I hate that shit. No, just call it week 1. Well, no, it's like week 0. So, yeah, I noticed this today because it pissed me off because I tweeted out that thing. I think it was ESPN or it was the college football playoff committee or somebody was fucking whatever. There was called the official college football logo and shit. 100 days to kick off, call till week 1. That's what it said. 100 days till week 1. Kickoff. And I had a picture of Alabama and Louisville and Michigan and Notre Dame, etc. And it's really not. It's 93 days. They actually start on August 25th, which is 93 days away. So in other words, the IFBC is now 92 days away. The countdown is on. We're going to have some football to watch when we're out there in Vegas, which would be way cool. We're going to have Wyoming and New Mexico State. Not a great game. Then we got a Hawaii game at nighttime. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know, man. Colorado State are laying 14 points to Hawaii. I know it's in Colorado State, but it feels a little high. I think Hawaii might be a little better than people think. There are a couple other games, but these are the games that have numbers up right now. There's like 3 other games. BYU's playing someone fucking like Rice or whatever. There's 6 games. There's going to be lines for all 6 games, but it's like BYU versus Portland State type shit, Wyoming at New Mexico State, Wyoming Cowboys, -6, of course, playing without Josh Allen at New Mexico State. I'll tell you what, New Mexico State's offense was pretty impressive last year for a shitty football program. Their offense was pretty good. They could put points up on the board. Hawaii at Colorado State. And, I got to do some, I'm not giving you picks right now, but here's the other one. Central Florida at Connecticut. No, sorry, that was on the Thursday. So, yeah, just lines on those 2. But interesting games. And we talked about this the other night about Michigan and Notre Dame. And South Point in Vegas fucking opened up Notre Dame -7. Michigan are now -1. That didn't last long. Louisville and Alabama. These numbers are courtesy of Bet Online, the numbers I'm using here right now. Bet Online released these earlier in the day. So Bet Online's got Michigan -1 at Notre Dame. Bet Online right now has Alabama -27 against the Louisville Cardinal. It's interesting. I saw a projected number of 20 for that game, and I was like, Alabama will win by more than 20. 27 is a little bit different. There's a couple of, the big games in week 1. You got Virginia Tech at Florida State. Florida State are -5.5. That's a good football game. You got Louisville versus Alabama on a neutral field in Jerry's World, I think, or in Atlanta, wherever. I think it's in Atlanta, actually. It's Louisville versus Alabama, 27. Michigan, Notre Dame, my Michigan Wolverines, -1 right now. Here's an interesting one. The USC Trojans are laying 27 points. The Trojans are laying 27 points to the UNLV Running Rebels. The Rebels have been recruiting better over the last couple of years. They've got a better quarterback. I remember last year I was in Vegas for week 1 of college football, and I laid the points with fucking USC against Western Michigan, and USC barely won the game. USC are like, and our boy Brooks going to think I'm hating here again, but USC, the problem is they're overly public. Like, I don't know, man. USC lost their quarterback. They lost Ronald Jones. I know they have better athletes than UNLV, but 27 points, a lot of points. And another real good game in week 1 is Washington versus Auburn. I think this one's at Jerry's World, actually. Now, here's another one where I thought I saw an Auburn pick 'em the other day. Auburn -1, but Bet Online opened it today. Auburn -3.5, which feels more accurate. Auburn's going to beat the Washington Huskies. Thanks, Randy. Yeah. Listen, if Auburn was playing the Washington Huskies and they were playing the game on a neutral field in California, then I would say Washington could beat them. I just don't see what happened the last time the Washington Huskies went to Atlanta. Fuck. They lost 24-3. To Alabama. It's a tough task. It's a neutral field, but Washington going into Georgia, you're going into SEC country. All the motherfucking, they're all going to be there. All the Auburn fans going to be there. Like, a Pac-12 team isn't going into the South and going to beat Auburn in week 1. I don't see it happening. I think the Auburn Tigers are the play in that football game. Jared Stidham's back. They're loaded. Second year in the system for Stidham right now. Auburn are going to be a dangerous football team. The Alabama laying 27. Don't forget, Alabama have new coordinators on both sides of the ball. Nick Saban, I'll tell you right now, Nick Saban is fucking, he does not cover, and he doesn't try to cover against teams when he's a monster favorite. If like Saban will like to kick the shit out of someone to prove a point. Like, oh, we're only 7-point favorites against Michigan in week 1. Well, we're going to beat them 38-0. See what you say about that. You know what I mean? Louisville isn't that. He knows that. Like against non-conference opponents, I'll get into the stats when we get closer to this shit, but I know it off the top of my head. I'll tell you right now, against non-conference opponents, Nick Saban, he's like fucking 6-17 against the spread or something like that when he's laying more than 21 points. He's not interested. He has nothing to prove. Like Nick Saban, and I read a lot about Nick Saban, and he was asked once after a game they played, it was against Colorado State or something, and he said, They said, "Oh, you seem more relaxed, coach, but you know, when even when your kid made a mistake or whatever than you normally are." And that's why he's Nick Saban. He's smart. He goes, "Yeah." He said, "This shit pisses me off still." He goes, "Don't think I'm not mad during these games, but," he goes, "I can't kill these guys every week." He goes, "Some weeks I got to let them play football, you know?" He goes, "I got to learn to pick my spots to like yell at them and get through to them essentially." He can't be like what it was like Fresno State. That was it. Fresno State covered. I remember last year people were like, "You're taking Fresno State at Alabama?" I said, "Trust me, he won't cover." Fresno State covered. You know, Colorado State covered in there. All the teams go in there and they'll cover in these spots. Now, the thing is, you need to look what Saban is in a spot like this. What's his relationship with Bobby Petrino? Now, number one, Bobby Petrino's not in his conference. So that's a good start. He's got no beef with Petrino there. That's what it comes down to. And I'm telling you right now, guys, it's free fucking money, all right? I can't wait for college football. We're going to fucking win we're going to kill it. I do this all the time, guys. With Nick Saban, you need to know whether he's friends with the coach or not. Nick Saban has a lot of like fucking former assistants that are coaches, and he doesn't run the score up on them. You know, I remember when Jim McElwain was with Bama, then he went to Colorado State, and Colorado State were getting like fucking 30 points, man. And Bama won by like 17. Fresno State went in there, same shit. I remember talking about it. I remember all my shows. I remember talking about how, looking it up, and I said, "What's his relationship with Pat Hill like?" And we looked up the coaches, or it was Jeff Tedford. What's it with Jeff Tedford? And remember, we found it, and he said, "I don't know Jeff Tedford," but he goes, "I have a lot of respect for Jeff Tedford. I think he's an offensive genius, and I've always thought he's a smart guy." If Saban doesn't like a coach, he'll fucking get you. You know, but if you're just a guy doing your job and you're Louisville and you're Petrino, you know, he's not going to run the score up. Saban isn't playing a pole game. Saban knows he wins, he's in. So Saban will rather kick the shit out of Ole Miss fucking in the middle of the season, you know? Saban would like to run up the fucking score on Tennessee. You know? I'm talking non-conference. In conference, Saban's a shark. Fuck, he's ruthless. I mean, I remember games last year where Saban was like trying to cover, it seemed like. You know, I remember like Alabama would be covering late and then the other team would score and Saban was like, "Oh, no, you don't." Fucking, and he'd be like trying to score a touchdown. Saban knows the game to please the boosters and shit, right? But Alabama are the best football program in recent memory. You know, they're a dynasty, but the one thing is, it doesn't mean they're going to cover every week because they lay so many fucking points. And another thing is they don't have an explosive offense. That's another thing. The style that they play really isn't conducive to smoking you. They only end up smoking you because they fucking sack you, you fumble. Every week they get a special teams or a defensive fucking pick touchdown. But Alabama are complacent. The question with this game, though, is 27 points. The question with this game, as it comes down to, is can Louisville score? Can Louisville score? Like, can Louisville score? Because even though it's 27 is a lot, guys, 28-0 is a possibility. 31-0 is a possibility. I tend to think, listen, one thing about Louisville is Louisville lost fucking Lamar Jackson. So a lot of people are down on them. Oh, they lost Lamar Jackson. And, you know, listen, we had Joe Lisi on last week. Joe Lisi said Louisville are going to surprise people, even though they lost Lamar Jackson, that they're actually stacked on offense. Because I remember 2 years ago they were stacked. Then they lost everybody, and they just had Lamar Jackson last year. Now they've got all the young kids that are back again, but they got a new quarterback. But one thing I don't even need to know, look it up. I know the Louisville Cardinal defense is fucking loaded. The Cardinals aren't a joke. Like, Louisville's defense will be able to fucking hang with Bama a bit, and then they'll get a stop or two, you know? Louisville's defense is no joke. They're not like a bunch of clowns, these guys. So like I said, it really comes down to, all right, you know, listen, we have a lot of time to cap this game, but I'm kind of thinking Alabama wins fucking 30-7, 31-7, 30-10, 34-10. Hell, 34-7, we get a push. I'm starting to like Louisville here. I'm starting to like Louisville here. Michigan Notre Dame is going to be a wild football game. And I'm not saying this as a Michigan fan because I'm pretty negative about them, actually. More often, I'm more negative than positive when it comes to Michigan football for the most part. But Michigan are the real deal this year, guys. I remember, listen, I got frustrated last year. I get frustrated just about the Michigan State and Ohio State stuff. Overall, Harbaugh's doing a good job. Like, you know, Harbaugh hasn't been there that long. People want miracles in college football. You're stuck with players for years, guys. You know, like we're only into like year 3 now of like really his players. And last year, listen, 2 years ago when Michigan were really good, they were fucking loaded, guys. Michigan had 13 players taken in the NFL draft, guys, okay? It was a record, fuck. That's like better than Alabama type shit. Like, Michigan had 13 players taken in the NFL draft. And then last year, people are surprised. Oh, how come Michigan lost 4 games? Well, they had 13 players taken in the NFL fucking draft. You know, that's why they lost. They lost all their team. And Harbaugh, listen, no one really looks at this stuff enough, but gamblers do, or at least you should, is that last year I wasn't expecting much because 2 years ago, Michigan, guys, it was literally like 78% of the starters on Michigan were either juniors or seniors 2 years ago. The Jabril Pepperses of the world. We get Maurice Hursts. We go down the list, man. Like, they were just stacked with these dudes. And last year, they were all young. If you remember last year, Michigan started 10 freshmen on defense. Remember, everyone was freaking out. Rashard Gary's their only fucking returning starter. Michigan started 10 new starters on defense last year, and we're still pretty rock solid defense, guys. They were a top 5 defense in college football. All right? They're stacked with talent. All right? Harbaugh's doing a good job recruiting. Michigan's problem has been pretty simple, fuck. It's been the quarterback position. They haven't had a fucking quarterback. John O'Corn is a fucking, John O'Corn, like, couldn't even make the Hamilton Tiger Cats, like or an arena team. He's terrible. I don't want to pick on you, kid, but you were bad. Wilton Spate was a nice kid, but bad. Michigan should have fucking beaten Ohio State if they have a fucking half-ass competent quarterback. We've been playing uphill, Michigan. It's tough. We've been playing a man down like soccer. We've been red-carded. We've been playing a man down for the last couple of years because of our quarterback play. We have stud wide receivers, running backs, fucking, we got it all. Now we got a quarterback. Shea Patterson. This kid's a great quarterback. And Michigan are legitimate playoff contenders. The question, as always, comes down to, can they fucking beat Ohio State? Now, I'm not more of a Michigan basketball fan. I'm just, like I said the other day, it's like 2 kids in which I'm just harder on the football team. The basketball team overachieves. All right? The basketball team overachieves and the football team underachieves. That's my problem with these guys. It's unacceptable. You can't lose to Michigan State and Ohio State, fuck. If you want to be this king shit, you got to beat these guys. So yeah, we those you know, there's numbers for other games, but those are the big games coming up in week 1. Oh, you got Miami and LSU too on Monday Night Football. That's not a bad one. Or Sunday Night Football, whatever. Miami, Florida, and LSU. I think it's the first time LSU's not a favorite in an opener in like forever. Michigan, Notre Dame's a very good game. I can't go out on a limb and say Michigan's a lock. It's in Notre Dame. West Virginia versus Tennessee. West Virginia -9. We'll identify a few here. Like I said, UNLV might be able to hang around with USC. It's a lot of fucking points for week 1. And here's Texas. Texas -10.5 versus Maryland. I'm extremely high on Texas this year. Scott Frost -20.5 at UMass. Oregon State +38.5 at Ohio State. Now here, my boys, FAU. Florida Atlantic, they get 21 at Oklahoma. Interesting. Florida Atlantic are an intriguing team coming into this year. Remember last year I was all over them. They're fucking loaded once again. They're stacked. Some people think that they can make it to the to like the you know, one of the big bowl games. Not the playoffs, but you know, sort of like this year's Central Florida. A lot of people are thinking that, you know, this team could potentially, you know, maybe not lose too many games or one game or listen, let's not get crazy here. FAU aren't going into Norman and winning this game, are they? Texas win total is up to 8.5. Oh, fuck, it was fucking 7 before. My baseball plays were good, Sean Robertson, but my basketball sucked. Yeah, FAU, Oklahoma over. The problem with FAU is if fucking Oklahoma start beating them up and shit, FAU is going to tap out. Lane Kiffin will quit. He'll be like, wow, whatever. I'm not going to get my guy killed here, my cornerback. Fuck. Drew is right about that. We'll take UNLV +27. They'll lose by 28. It's true. Every fucking UNLV game always comes down to the wire. It's always, well, if they score, they cover. If they don't, or if the other team scores, they like, it's always like the numbers are so sharp with UNLV. Oklahoma, yeah, Oklahoma has a good quarterback coming in, yeah. What's the kid's name? Fuck. He sounds like a fucking college quarterback. What's the kid's name? Once I heard his name, I'll be like, yeah, that guy. He played a bit last year because fuckface there, Mayfield was, Kyler Murray. That's the kid. Thank you. Yeah, Oklahoma's Oklahoma. They'll be loaded. I do agree on the over there, Grinch, but total will probably be about 62 or something. Kyler Murray. Who are Purdue playing? I saw Purdue were playing someone, and I saw Purdue were getting points. That's interesting. The favorites to win the championship this year, Alabama, Clemson. It's pretty much Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State, and Georgia and everyone else, you know? But the way the books are here is Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, and then Michigan, Penn State. I'm telling you, Michigan are the real deal. Like, Michigan are in the mix, but Michigan's schedule isn't a fucking easy one. Alabama, plus 225 to win the title. Ohio State, plus 700 to win the title. Georgia Bulldogs, plus 800 to win the title. Clemson Tigers. You know, I don't know if we can say Georgia's in that category yet, but let's not say they are. But they're on the doorstep. But let's say Alabama, it's Alabama and Clemson's world right now. Everyone else is just living it. And Ohio State's sort of on the front lawn. Can't get into the party, but they're on the lawn, you know? Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State. Those are your three top football teams in the country. And then, you know, you got Georgia right there. Georgia has to prove it on a year-by-year basis like Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State have been doing. But Georgia have to be considered. And then Michigan's right there at 10-1 right now. Michigan's the 4th team. And it isn't just Harbaugh hype because, to be honest, the media is actually starting to turn on Harbaugh. This is like football hype here. Like, the Michigan Wolverines are fucking loaded. Like, you know, player by player, talent by talent. Like, they're getting some serious fucking talent there now. Harbaugh's just got to put it together, but he's got the quarterback to do it. And Harbaugh's going to look a lot smarter with Shea Patterson than he is with John O'Corn. Penn State 12-1. McSorley, hey, listen, he's a good quarterback. Franklin's a good coach. They lose Saquon Barkley. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Barkley just bailed you out of a lot of problems. Auburn Tigers are 20-1. Auburn's problem is Alabama's in your way. Oklahoma 22-1. LSU are 25-1. Miami, Florida had a good year last year, 25-1. I think Miami will be right there in the mix. Then we get to my Texas Longhorn pick, 25-1. Texas are a dangerous team. You know, I don't like that 8.5. We'll see what they post in Vegas here. Another football team here. Here's a team that no one ever really talks about, but I think they're a dangerous team this year. Wisconsin Badgers. They're fucking stacked, man. No one talks about them because they're not sexy and glamorous, but they're a hard team to beat. Wisconsin can easily go 12-0 and then get shit-faced and kicked in a fucking bowl game against someone good. You know what I mean? You got Washington Huskies, who I don't think much of at 28. Well, I don't not think much of them, but you know, they're at 28-1. Michigan State aren't bad actually this year. They're going to be good. Notre Dame's 33-1. I don't really know much about Notre Dame this year. I'll be lying to you. I got to do some research on them. Texas A&M are 33-1. Jimbo Fisher there now. USC are 33-1. Florida State are pretty loaded too. They're 33-1. Here's a team that I think there's some value here betting here, guys. The Stanford fucking Cardinal. Come on. The Stanford Cardinal are 33-1. The Stanford Cardinal will kick the shit out of the Miami fucking Florida Hurricanes. Stanford are better than Texas are. Fuck, they're better than they're right there with Wisconsin. To me, Stanford or Wisconsin in the West. Stanford are better than Notre Dame. They're better than Texas A&M. I think they're better than fucking Florida State. I mean, you got Stanford at 33-1. You got Florida at 40-1. I don't. Stanford just get no credit, but shh. Don't tell anyone. We'll see some win totals. Maybe they won't be getting any credit there. And maybe they won't get any credit on the point spreads all the time. Problem with Stanford is they have a very tough schedule. We've been down through this road. They have a tough schedule this year, but David Shaw is one of the best coaches in college football that gets no fucking respect. They have the Heisman Trophy fucking front runner and the best running back in college football. And people are like, oh, wow, they lost Harrison Phillips. Yeah, and the year before they lost Saul Thomas. Stanford are at the point right now where they don't lose players. They just reload. You know, then they bring in a new fucking massive fucking dude. Oh, they lost McCaffrey. They're going to be terrible. Fuck. Yeah, now Bryce Love's going to win a fucking Heisman. UCF. UCF's got to stop this bullshit. Now they're driving around, their cops are driving around with national championship cars on campus. You guys didn't win the national championship. Fuck. Michigan State's going to be good, Henry. I got to look at their schedule, though. That's when, you know, when you break down these things, you got to go down one by one. We'll go over every team this summer, guys. We'll start like soon. Each night we'll have fun. We'll go over a team. Oh, I think Sumlin's a great hire in Arizona. Great hire. Tate's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, KJ Costello was a good quarterback coming in here. Yeah, USMC. Yeah, they beat fucking Auburn, but that doesn't make them the national champions. My beef with Central Florida is you guys, you had a great year. You're free to celebrate your fucking perfect season. Make t-shirts that say undefeated. No one can argue that. You were undefeated. Make your t-shirt that says undefeated. Perfect season. Undefeated. That's a fact. You know what I mean? But you're running around with shit that says national champions. I told you guys, when I was in Vegas, I saw a dude on the team, some big, massive fucking lineman dude. I noticed the national championship shirt. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, really? You're walking around airports in Vegas now wearing this shit? You're not a national champion. You had a perfect season. You didn't win the national championship. Yeah, they self-identify. Jay Peach with the line of the night. Okay, exactly. All right, USMC. Let him finish his sentence. No, listen, I'm not pissing on Florida here. I'm just saying Central Florida, you didn't win the national championship. You know, make a t-shirt or make hats and shit like that and have a party on campus for your undefeated season. Put up a banner even. Seriously, put up a banner in the stadium. I would. No problem. Put up a banner, 14-0, 13-0 for 2017. Perfect season. That's great stuff. You can celebrate that and be proud of that. But you're running around with this bullshit that you won the national championship. You didn't win the national championship. Come on. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll give you our thoughts on tomorrow night's games, and we'll wrap things up. Thing is, that was a quick break. Thing is, I just want to finish my point. I was going to say this. Dude, they made a fleet of cop cars, okay, at the University of Central Florida, like campus police. They're driving around these like Knight Rider fucking black cars with fucking logos that say national champions on them and shit. Taxpayers paid for those cars. So it's like taxpayers are now paying. It's a public school. So now taxpayers are fucking paying for these fucking idiots to fucking make fucking national championship cars. So I'm a Michigan fan. Should I get a national championship t-shirt made? Well, you didn't win the national championship. You lost to Villanova. No. We won the national title. We played there. We were there. National title. You didn't win. You didn't win. Exactly. Championship rings. No. Why? I don't understand. Only in Florida would you do this, fuck. Only Florida would you do this, where it's like, hey, I don't know how do we have to explain this to you, Florida. You didn't win, all right? You're not the champions, fuck. Like, make a ring. Like I said, I have no problem with, I wouldn't laugh at you if you celebrated. It's hard to go 13-0 in modern college football. You should be proud of your season. Hang a banner that says perfect season, undefeated, big banner. Make rings for your kids. Perfect season, undefeated. Great job, guys. But enough with this fake news bullshit that you're national champions, all right? Like I said, it was kind of cute at first. But I'm in an airport and the guy's walking around with this. It's fraudulent, fuck. As a fucking football fan, it offends me. You can't just call yourself a champion. What are we living in a world right now? You just call yourself a champion and it's all right. Oh, well, I thought we were the champs. No, you actually have to be in the playoffs to win. Is the system fair? No, but tough shit. You're not the champs. It's like Jay Peach said. What, you guys fuck, it's like little Timmy wants to be a girl now. Fuck. What, we have 3 bathrooms? We have 3 bathrooms. Men's, women's, and Central Florida. Fuck. Are you guys special? You want to know champions? Fuck you guys. You guys want to know champions? Michigan are the fucking champions. The 2013 NCAA basketball champions. If anybody should be running around with championship bullshit, it should be us. All right? We should be the ones that say, listen, we lost to Louisville. Louisville cheated. Louisville, you took Louisville's championship away from them. So I don't see how Michigan aren't the champions. That's a more legitimate argument than Central Florida has. Try to disagree with me on that, anybody. Yeah, I was right about the Hurricanes. I made a lot of money ragging on the Hurricanes. I made a lot of money betting against them. Yeah, them and their stupid fucking turnover chain. Yeah, but unlike a lot of people, I also ragged on my own Michigan Wolverines last night for their little fucking South African safari trips and shit. I call it like it is, or like Ted Stevens said, call it like it is, or if not, how it should be. I'm not going to kiss Michigan's ass for the sake of it. I'm not going to, what do you want me to say? Oh, yeah, Central Florida are the champs because they fucking pretend that they are. She lost to Louisville and they came out there and they even cheated women's volleyball. I think Chip Kelly does well at UCLA. I like the emotion. I like that Lloyd X-Men, some fucking volleyball in the 90s, the women's Louisville team. Louisville are a bunch of cheaters. We all know they are. They've always been a sleazy university. Now it's just rip every university night here. I love it, though. Everyone's getting hostile and worked up now about college football. It's good. Can't wait. I was on Pittsburgh in that game, G-Cars. Man, even I remember when I was a kid, Lloyd, even like in the fucking 80s and shit, Louisville were always up to shady shit. Come on, Louisville basketball, they're crooked as fuck. I don't know, dude. I've been dead wrong not knowing this fucking series in every game. I like the under. I like the under. Is it 6? No, it's 5.5 now. Fuck, I don't like it as much. Fuck, no, I don't. I'm telling you right now, I'll take the Tampa Bay Lightning. Do I love it? No. And I'm probably like fucking, 2-4 picking sides in this series. I've been pretty good with the totals. It'll be a low scoring game. I'll take a shot with the under 5.5, but it might fucking get to 6. But I think Tampa will beat them. The fan in me would prefer to see Washington, but just because they never won, and Washington versus Vegas would be cool. I don't know. It seems to me that hockey, besides the Vegas team, it seems to me that momentum means nothing in hockey in these playoffs. Every time you think a team plays really well one night, you're like, oh, they're going to do great in the next game. They don't. So as I stated, I'm not sitting here telling you anything's a fucking luck, guys. Far from it. But you asked me a question. But the empty netter, I don't know. 4-2 fucking Tampa probably. Maybe 3-1. Vasilevsky stands on his head. They win 3-0. They return the favor. It'll be like the reverse world. Washington have been a better team for the most part, but being a better team doesn't really matter a lot in hockey. And in a basketball game, tough one. Cleveland Cavaliers are now 1-point favorites. I think I'm going to fucking reverse the curse here. I'm going to reverse fucking course. I hate the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right? Like, I'm a Raptor fan. They bother me. I don't like their fans. I don't like anything about them besides my boy Todd. I'm not a big Cavalier guy. I'm not a big Cleveland sport guy, to be honest, even though I got a Jim Brown Browns jersey. I don't know. They're sort of like Winnipeg. They're kind of dicks, Like the Lions and the Bills and the Browns were supposed to all sort of be cousins and buddies, but it's really more just us, the Lions and the Bills. Because the Browns, it's an Ohio thing. Fuck, they're Ohio State fans, They're Ohio State fans. It's funny, too, because that's why it's funny, like the Bengals. I have a soft spot in my heart for the Bengals. I always have, but the Bengals, they're not all Ohio State fans. Like, Cleveland is 100% Ohio State territory. Cincinnati isn't as much. It is, Ohio State are big, obviously, but a lot of people in Cincinnati don't like Ohio State. They don't like Columbus and shit. So I can live with that. But I don't like Cavalier fans. They're fucking dickheads and shit. And I'm not talking about online here, but at the arena, watch them courtside and stuff. They're fuckers. And I'm just not a Cleveland sport guy. Well, that's all I have, right? Oh, and the Indians. I'm indifferent to the Indians. I don't really dislike the Indians, and I don't really like the Indians. I've always been sort of indifferent to the Cleveland Indians. I did used to have a Chief fucking Wahoo hat, though. Cleveland Cavaliers, -1. Boston Celtics. Fuck, Cleveland's going to win the fucking series. The question is, do they win this game and then go back home and win? Or do they lose this game, go back home and win, and then go back to Boston and win in a game 7? Look, we know that the Boston Celtics are not a good road team in the playoffs. They're 1-6 on the road. All 6 losses. Well, no, I was going to say by double digits, but they lost last night by 9. So, I actually predicted they'd lose by 9 too. I said 113-104, I think, and it was 111-102. Tough motherfucking game, man. I got to sleep on it. I can't force a pick here. Can't force a pick. I tend to think it's going to go over the 206 again. Boston are much better at home. They're a shitty road team. Like I said, they're 1-6. 5 of their losses before, guys, were by double digits on the road. They won 1 road game. The other 5 games, they lost by double digits. Now they lost last night by 9. So Boston have their success. You know, Brad Stevens isn't such a fucking genius on the road, evidently. Right? Boston, I've been riding this home court shit. Without home court, Boston would be fucked. Boston really do have a good home court, too. There's something special about that building. But you're dealing with LeBron. Fuck me, man. It's a fucking tough one. It's a tough one tomorrow. You know what? Look, I think that Cleveland's going to win the series, so I guess now I got to jump in on Cleveland. I'll jump in on Cleveland. But we got to wrap it up now, guys. Follow me on Twitter at Sports Rage. At Sports Rage on Twitter. I'll be on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network tomorrow. That's fantasysportsnetwork.com/radio at 4 o'clock Eastern. Mark Lawrence will join me. Gamblu will join us. We'll talk about the hockey, fighting, basketball, football, everything. Check out SBR all day tomorrow as well. Great content in the morning. Right side of campus. And Jimmy the Bag, Low Shack, Ice Guys, all that other stuff. Great stuff there. Listen, our baseball picks have been fire this week, too. We'll keep that rolling tomorrow. A little frustrating tonight because, you know, we put the Warriors in a million parlays. Fuck. Yeah, Lou's been riding the underdogs. Thanks, Muhammad. Lou's been riding the underdogs in the playoffs, and it's been profitable. Vegas is going to win the cup, though. I'll tell you that. Vegas wins the cup. But yeah, like, I'm not a big overnight fan. I'm burnt out now. I do my capping first thing in the morning. Basically, like tonight, you know, football season is different. But now at this time of the year, basically tonight, before I go to bed, I'll take a look at the pitchers and shit. I'll take a look at the pitchers. All right, who's pitching? I do a quick fantasy check. I'll do a quick little DFS fucking look, and all right, this is what's going on tomorrow. Just so when I wake up in the morning, I already know, you know, what's going on. Well, we got day games tomorrow in baseball, actually. Fucking Blue Jays are a weird team, aren't they? Fuck. You never know when that team's going to win. None of these baseball games are jumping off the page at me right now, to be honest with you. Maeda and the Dodgers tomorrow, minus 165. Nothing's really jumping off the page. Yeah, right now I'll tell you Tampa. Who's on tomorrow night? Oh, Bobano's on Wednesday nights. Damn right, go Expos. They'll be back. Thanks, Joe Giamarino. Joe Giamarino. But let's start ramping up the college football talk, guys. We'll start hitting each team, like just one by one. Once the win totals come out this week, and we'll start out next week, all right? I got to be honest. I find it more entertaining reading about college football right now than I do watching the NBA playoffs. The Expos are going to be back in like fucking 3 or 4 years, guys. Guaranteed. Famous last words. I can't guarantee it. But they're going to be back in 3, 4 years. There's no way that fucking Stephen Brofman and Mitch Garber have teased Montrealers this much with this. It's real. The mayor is in. It's all good. We got to get out of here. But basically what with the Expos, guys, what's going to happen is the shit will finally hit the fan. Tampa either builds a new stadium or they don't. And Oakland either builds a new stadium and they don't. That's what they're sort of waiting for. The collective bargaining agreement's up in 2021, after the year 2020. So it's around the corner. And don't forget, me and Mike Blue had talked about this earlier in the week. When an expansion team's coming into a league, the players don't get that money. So the owners do. So the owners want expansion. So it's not like it's Montreal is begging. The owners want Montreal. Look, Montreal is sort of dialed in as one of the cities. They need 2 cities. Montreal is one of them. And the other contenders are Mexico City, Charlotte, and Portland, with Charlotte being the front runner. Portland's got a rich dude that's a Nike executive, not Phil Knight, but there's another rich Nike guy that's got a lot of money, and he wants it. But the thing is, the city of Portland isn't gung-ho about this. You know, they don't care. They got basketball in the Oregon Ducks and shit. You know what I mean? They're not it's not a baseball mad place. So it rains all the time. You know, it's the Pacific Northwest. They're in the grunge. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a baseball mad place, Portland. Charlotte is sort of has money. They only have the Panthers. Charlotte's looking to fucking raise their profile a bit. And you got Mexico City that sort of wants to do this, but logistically, it's, you know, a few hoops to jump through. Yeah, Brian, you're in Charlotte. Oh, yeah, exactly. So basically, this is the deal. They want 2 new teams, but they need to know what's going to happen with Tampa. Like, there's a chance that Tampa or the Athletics could be the Expos. Or there's a, you know, they could build a stadium and be, you know what I mean? Like, this is what's up in the air now. I know people close to the guy. I know the guy that's going to own the Expos, as crazy as that sounds. But not like I talk to him. But I know people that know him and shit. And basically they say, yeah, it's happening. But it could go down a couple of different ways. And basically, we just have to be ready when they call. You know, that it's going to be, listen, fuck, you guys have the A's, fuck, starting in 3 years because we're pulling it. It's over. You know, or, all right, the A's are staying, the Rays are done, but, we're going to give you the Rays. Or the Rays are staying, the A's are staying, and you're in and Mexico City's in. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different combos that can happen here, but Montreal is in all the combo. You know, to some people, you guys got me rambling now about the Expos. It's a good way to keep me. Fucking, to some people, Mexico City sounds like, oh, Mexico City, really? But they love baseball in Mexico City. They have money in Mexico City, but crime is a major issue. You know, players living there is a problem. It's, you know... And I'm a pretty global type of guy, but I think if you want to do global shit, you're better off just putting an NFL team in London, or NHL, have a fucking European division. Baseball in Mexico City, like the players union and shit. You're going to say, really? You want my guys to be getting carjacked every day? Like, you could say, oh, Baltimore's bad too, but it's another level of Mexico City. There's 25 million people in the city, fuck. Like, You know, it's in Mexico City makes New York look like fucking Pittsburgh. What's up, Sonny Vega? I do agree. I do agree with USCMC on this that I don't think Oakland's going to lose their team. Because Oakland's losing the Raiders. Right? Oakland's losing the Raiders, and Oakland is they're losing the Golden State Warriors. Fuck. Oakland's already a depressed city. Like Oakland's already depressed. Oakland's broke though. That's the problem. Oakland's depressed. Oakland's broke, but they're fucked. You know, they're losing the Raiders and they're losing the Warriors. The Warriors are moving to San Francisco in 2 years or 3 years, whatever it is. So, yes, Mohammed. The thing is, Mohammed, I know no one's talking about the Warriors moving really, but the thing is, they're not really moving. Like they are moving, but you can't say, oh, Oakland. It sucks for Oakland, but the thing is, the Warriors used to be in San Francisco. They used to play at the Cow Palace. You know, they used to be in San Francisco. You know, and then the arena was too shit, so they went to Oakland. It's just a bridge, guys. You know, it's basically like Jersey to New York. You know, it's basically like the Jets moving from fucking Shea Stadium to the Meadowlands. You know what I mean? Like the players already live in San Francisco. like Kevin Durant doesn't have to move. Curry's not moving. No one's moving. You know what I mean? They're moving to a new arena that is fucking 18 miles away from their other arena. I don't even think it's 18 miles, guys. It's in the pier. It's like Pier 9 or something like that. It's in the pier in the port area of San Francisco. And of course, though, it's not just a basketball thing. The fucking owner of the fucking Warriors is fucking building like shopping centers and all. He's taking over the fucking port and shit. Oh yeah, Oakland's a tough city, Mohammed. It's a gang banging, yeah. We'll take a quick leak, and then we'll come back and wrap it up in a minute here. But yeah, so I agree. Listen, the mayor of Oakland can't afford to lose everything. So they're going to lose fucking the Raiders. They're going to lose the Warriors. And they're going to have to save the Athletics, but they don't have money to do it. And the thing is, the Athletics already threatened this a million times. It's a lot like the Expo deal. The Athletics have threatened to leave. You know what I mean? And everyone has rocked the boat. And if you remember, the Athletics even came up with a plan. They were like, all right, listen, we're going to leave Oakland, but we're just going to go to San Jose. Like you guys are saying, it's the Bay Area. So we're just going to go to San Jose. It sucks for Oakland, but it's a dump and there's rats in our clubhouse. Literally, there's rats there. They're like, there's rats running around. The stadium sucks. We have to go to fucking San Jose. And they were going to build a nice new baseball park in San Jose and everything, but the deal fell through. And they got stuck in Oakland. And Oakland doesn't have any money. But the Oakland Athletics have tradition and shit. Like, I don't see the Athletics going. I don't think Tampa's going to go either. When push comes to shove, I bet you Tampa gets a new stadium too. Yeah, Too Short. My boy Too Short's from Oakland. The TSN's got a CFL preview up right now. Somebody asked me about the Grey Cup earlier. And Calgary's lost 2 straight Grey Cups in painful fashion. As a Bills fan, I got to support them. I think Calgary's going to be fucking on a fucking mission this year, guys. Even though we say that every year, but Calgary Stampeders, they're going to be out for fucking revenge. They're going to kick the shit out of people. Calgary are sort of like the Warriors. Like, they sort of get bored. You know what I mean? Like, Calgary can beat you by 40 every week, but Calgary are sort of like, they're a weird team. Like, they're clearly the dominant fucking franchise in the CFL every year. Like, every fucking year, it's the same bullshit with these guys. They go fucking 16-2. They don't even try, it seems, like in games, and they win easily all the time. And then I just heard a clip when I stepped up there. They were talking to one of the guys on the Stampeders. The season preview. Preseason starts this weekend. There'll be lines for it, too. We'll look into it. Buddy said, he goes, since I've been here, we've lost 4 games. 2 of them are the Grey Cup. It's like they've had bad luck in the Grey Cup, too. Like, crazy, weird shit happens. Like, it really does for them. It's bizarre. Like, the ball bounces the other way. It's just weird shit. Buddy fumbles on the fucking goal line, you know? Yeah, Jerry Granville. I don't know if he's on the staff. I don't know if he was just brought in for the to participate in camp there, Lloyd. Yeah, I bet you Manziel gets cocky and he's doing well. He'll start doing the money thing again. I'm fired up for some football. CFL's good football, too. All right, so we got to get out of here for real. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. Remember to support SBR. We'll see you at the IFBC. Book your trip. It's going to be an epic trip. And there's even college football and NFL preseason going on. So how cool is that? Football conferences, strip clubs, booze, party, legal weed, college football, NFL preseason football, and baseball betting. Oh, yeah, and CFL betting. Unless you're like hospitalized, incarcerated, or, you know, you're just really, really broke. And I've been there. No judging. That's when people don't show up to these things and, I didn't show up. I couldn't. I have this excuse. I can't make it to that. I prefer people if they're just honest. They say, listen, fuck, I can't afford to fly to Las Vegas and hang there for 4 days right now. Could Duron Carter play in the NFL? No, he's too much of a head case. No, he can't. Where's our boy Bruce Chad? Fuck, you passed out? Come on, Bruce. We were too boring for Bruce Chad. No, Duron Carter was in the NFL. Duron Carter was in the NFL. He was on the Indianapolis Colts. He was even there for like 2 years or something. Like, he lasted a year or two. But no, he's too much of a fucking head case. We'll talk more football tomorrow. College football. Yeah, come on, Bruce. Nah, we love Bruce. We're just busting his balls. But where you at, Bruce? Ray Bulger's thinking about Ray Bulger. Other than that, you're on your own later.